Check, 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 check. Good morning, and let's do this. Cotter and Marshall show. Hop on that stream this morning. You watch the show each and every day. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hang out with the Horde while you're there. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe. You can also listen to the show. Download the app for free. Get us in your in-home smart speaker. Check us out at rock1061.com. Marshall, good morning.
Good morning. I had the case of the scaries this morning, Cotter.
What happened?
I was driving into work.
Sure.
And usually, like, my ritual is I grab my bag in the morning, my keys, wallet, that stuff, phone. And then I grab a beautiful sparkling water with caffeine as I'm showing off here on the live stream. I just throw it in my bag, right?
Yeah.
So everything's in the kitchen. Put my shoes on. I'm off to the car. Usually during the process of driving in, I reach into said bag, grab my drink, open up, take a little drink, to wet the mouth a little bit right
Sure.
there in the morning. Could not find my drink this morning.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't going to pull over, and search through my bag. But I searched through my bag like 4 times, Cotter, never once finding that cold, delicious, caffeinated beverage that I was looking for. Turns out I was there the whole time. Had a case of the scaries the entire morning. Very, very, very upset leading into the office this morning. But don't worry, I'm getting caffeinated at this very moment. I'll be ready to go for the show.
Good, because the last thing we need is an uncaffeinated Marshall.
No, that's the last thing anyone wants.
All right, coming up on the show today, Marshall's going to get quizzed in the face. I know you're a big fan of the state of Ohio.
Oh, I love Ohio.
Huge fan. Well, today is National Ohio Day.
I'm so sorry.
So we're going to play Ohio or not. I'm going to give you a celebrity. You just have to tell me whether they're born and raised in Ohio.
So we have to spend 20 minutes talking about the garbage pit of sadness that is Ohio?
Yes, we
Cool.
do.
All right. Love that.
Also, our Cool Guys tournament kicks off today. We've got a couple round 1 matchups we're going to get to. We'll play some trivia, your chance to score some Joe Bonamassa tickets, and we're going to take your calls, comments, and texts. Were you a Klepto Kid? I think all of us at one point in time stole something as a small child.
Very sticky fingers as a child.
So we want to hear those stories. Call, comment, and text. And, of course, we'll kick off the show with About Last Night. Boondock Saints 3's a thing. This lady's ER bill was stupid. And if you're a Saints fan, don't get your hopes up. Breeze ain't coming back. Got that story next. Here's Fozzie and Sane, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Good morning, everyone. Simic, Wanda, Charles, Heather, good morning.
What up?
I was just pulling in my my energy, Charles, right there at the beginning of the show. I was just pulling it in so I could get some stuff going. Loosen up the shoulders, cracking the neck. Let's go. So before we went on the air today, or came on the stream, I found a story that I think is possibly the best story I've ever read.
So I haven't heard it yet either, guys. Marshall did say it may be the best story ever in the stream. We got 3 minutes.
Ooh, I feel like how about this? I'm going to wait till the commercial break because we need a few extra minutes to dissect this thing. But I will say these three words: monkey, stripper, child.
All All right, man.
Monkey stripper child, that possibly the best story I've ever read. I'll tell you that here in just a little bit.
Perfect. I love it.
So the long national nightmare of my wife not owning a car has ended. Last night, my wife purchased a Jeep Compass. Really in love with the Jeep Compass brand. I don't know where that came from, but she really wanted one after test driving one right at the beginning of this 3-week process we've been living through. And the great news is she purchased one. It's in the driveway. Let's go.
Perfect.
Yes. Very excited that I don't have to drive a station vehicle anymore and I can have my car back.
Yeah, Dana's car got dropped off at Meineke yesterday. They're usually pretty busy. It's just a smaller Meineke, so I didn't even call in. I didn't hear from you yesterday, so I didn't even call today and kind of get an update. Hoping for nothing major.
Right.
Nothing major.
What if it is major?
We get her a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said yesterday, which I feel better about anyway, she's eventually going to have to drive to Texas, and I did not trust that car for a 16-hour drive.
Probably not. I mean, when's the last time that car was on a road trip like that?
Ooh. I couldn't. 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, as soon as I got the Equinox, we stopped taking that one, anywhere. So, yeah, it's been a while. All right, guys, got about a minute.
Yeah, Nicole's last car it's pretty dead. It's still dead. I mean, it's sitting out in the driveway of the radio station. In the parking lot of the radio station here. So it's still dead out there.
What are you going to do with it?
I think I'm just going to junk it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have to trade it in or anything? Or
no, we didn't trade it in. Heather said Boondock Saints 3? Yes. Yes, 100%. We're funny enough we're talking about that. That has nothing to do with the stripper monkey child that we're talking about, just to clear that up. Not related in any way. Tony, good morning.
All right, I got about 20 seconds, guys. Going to jump in. Story number 1 about last night. Drew Brees, Saints. Info on the way. Sorry, Saints fans. Drew Brees is not coming back. Story number 1 about last night. Now, during the second quarter of the Bucs and Saints game on Sunday, Saints quarterback Jameis Winston carted off the field thanks to it was a nasty-looking injury to the knee, man.
It was ugly, and it turned out to be a blown ACL. Also, he had some MCL damage. I don't know what that means, but it just does not sound good.
No, not at all. He's going to be out pretty much for the rest of the season, and it didn't take long for former quarterback and current NBC employee Drew Brees shoot down any hopes of a return to New Orleans. Mike Tirico actually asked Brees about it during halftime of Sunday Night Football.
Trevor Siemian and the rookie out of Notre Dame, Ian Book, is the quarterback room. So that immediately leads to this question. Has your phone been ringing?
Let me check. Let me make sure that I think
it may have not have rang, but I heard some buzzing. It was on silent, but it was going off.
Silent.
Are you going to be there Saturday?
I'll be there Saturday to call Notre Dame Navy game.
And here on Sunday.
And I'll be here.
Okay,
Sunday.
good.
Yeah.
So that answers that question. So I'm sorry, New Orleans writers. We just took a story away from you.
I can't blame him for wanting him to get it just out of the way and be like, look, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, he just retired. He's probably not in game shape. But, I mean, you want Drew Brees to come back as your quarterback went down? I'd take him if he wanted to come back.
Yeah, I mean, but Drew Brees' his year last year was bad.
Yeah, but
it's
still,
not good.
no.
He couldn't throw more than 20 yards. His shoulder was all but blown out. I don't know how it is now. Maybe he's fully recovered. Maybe he's got some strength back in that thing. But I don't know. I'm glad they got it out of the way, though. The speculation could end there. Also, I heard that Cam Newton is not going to be looked at for joining the Saints at all either. So he's still on the streets as well.
That's crazy. All right, the Saints are at home against the Falcons this weekend. And, no word whether it'll be Trevor Siemian or Taysom Hill as the starter. Coming up next, if you ever thought our healthcare system sucked, this just kind of drives the nail into the coffin. A crazy story coming up next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
So much to get to since we went on the air. Start off. Wanda went to Atomic Wings, that joint that used to be in Howling Hound.
Okay, how is it?
So she goes, food review, not bad. I personally love the honey lemon pepper wings, flats, not drumsticks. The catfish was light and delightful, but a little heavy on the salt. Philly was okay.
All right.
I wasn't expecting a good Philly from a place called Atomic Wings. Let's see. Tony says, can we add Norman Reedus to Cool Guy? We can't.
Oh, we didn't even think of him. Should have brought him up yesterday.
Here's the thing. I like Norman Reedus.
Right.
I think his acting is really bleh.
That's fair.
At least his acting on The Walking Dead, which has been the majority of his career. So, I mean, Norman Reedus, the emotion he showed in Blade 2 is about more emotion than he's shown at all through like 90 episodes of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Or how many ever stupid episodes there's been. Charles says, don't junk your car. I know a guy that takes them and turns them into targets for the military.
That's cool.
Okay, can you give me $1,500 for it? Because that's how much the junk people want to give me for it. Let's see, Morning Tony, or sell it for scrap value about $1,400. Yeah, dude. Like there's like some junket website that I reached out to, and they're like, okay, we'll give you $1,363 for it. I'm like,
wow.
Okay, that sounds good. Bruce Campbell did not make the list. Tony, stop ruining our fucking bracket, man. Stop bringing up people.
You had yesterday. You had yesterday.
We talked about it. No, we've got, hold on. Whee! I just flew it by the camera. That is the official bracket for our Cool Guy competition. All right, so I got to get to this story, man. While we're in commercial breaks. So here's the headline. You ready, Cotter?
I'm ready.
Monkey belonging to Texas special teams coach and stripper girlfriend Pole Assassin allegedly seriously injured a child.
Her stripper name is Pole Assassin?
Yes.
That's kind of awesome.
That's kind of awesome, right?
Amazing. All right.
So I'm going to piece this together from what I found on Twitter as well. So bear with me if it kind of sounds all assed up. So the Longhorns just hired Jeff Banks, who's the special teams coach, who left his wife and kids to be with a stripper named Pole Assassin, who has been on Jerry Springer and has a pet monkey who is part of her stripping act. It continues. Hold on. Now, this guy says, I'm hearing a report from a credible source that Texas Longhorns special coach Jeff Banks' monkey allegedly attacked and seriously hurt a young trick-or-treater last night on Halloween. The monkey's jaws apparently had to be pried off the small child.
Oh, sure.
Now,
I'm not laughing. I'm sorry. All right.
Hold on. Once again, I'm piecing this together from a lot of Twitter stuff. So, Pole Assassin, also known as Danielle Banks, who lives in Austin, Texas, Cotter.
Yeah.
Huh? I think someone else could be dating Pole Assassin soon. Side ho. She apparently tweeted out, Halloween, hey neighbors, I have built a haunted house maze of my house. I'm welcoming all kids 7 to 9:30 p.m. Adults are welcome to come tonight. There's a party from 7 to 11. Swing by. Now, it went on to go, obviously people came and then people found out that her monkey bit someone. She goes, I had a haunted house on one-sided gate off. He had no permission to go past that gate. I had no idea he went into my backyard. Neither did I know anything about a bite until a doctor of the neighborhood told me that he had to come treat a small bite. No parent has contacted me yet. And someone else said, is the monkey vaccinated? Could be serious. And Danny goes, yes, she has had all of her shots. She's an emotional support animal who should not be touched. She speaks by command of high five. No one is allowed to touch her unless I myself say it's okay. That's Danny, the Pole Assassin. This is incredible. This whole story. We have an emotional support monkey.
Yes.
We have a monkey that has bitten a child on Halloween.
Yes.
Her nickname is Pole Assassin. She is dating the Texas team, Texas football, Matthew McConaughey's team, where your daughter was going to go.
Yeah.
Special teams football coach. This is incredible. Thoughts, Cotter?
No, that's I just go back to Pole Assassin alone. That name is amazing.
Immediately I need to Google Pole Assassin and her work.
Yes. Oh, I think so.
Immediately she has to have an OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. She's got
And the monkey is going to be heavily featured there.
I mean, I hope this isn't a donkey show type situation. I don't know that in my life.
No, Jesus Christ, Cotter.
Hey, you don't know what's on OnlyFans.
It's too early to talk about donkey. I don't think they'd let it. This isn't Tijuana, sir. This isn't Tijuana fans.
I don't know.
Oh, man. Tony says, what was wrong with your wife's car? I'm sorry I had to go. I don't know who made the list. Damn work got in the way.
No. Don't know yet what's wrong. Oh, was my car, her car, which car?
My wife's car just
They
died.
both suck. I don't know what's wrong with the wife's yet. Hopefully we'll call them today and get a detailed report and just tell them to fix it.
Yep. The one rule is, every cool guy on our tournament had to be alive. At least had to be alive as of us making it. If they die at this point, they're still on.
Yeah, and we'll probably win. Just remember their keep their memory alive.
Mm-hmm. Tony says, does she spank the monkey on her OnlyFans? That's a good question.
Maybe.
Good question. I mean, a bold move by the Texas special teams coach, Jeff Banks. He left his wife and children to be with Pole Assassin, the stripper, and her monkey.
Yeah, it's never a good look.
Yeah. But, I mean, he went head first into that decision, so good for him.
So he just got hired, right?
Apparently, yeah.
New hire.
Yeah, new hire for the Texas football team.
Somebody did not do their due diligence prior to this hire. It's like, all right, because anymore.
Maybe he made this move after.
Okay.
Moved to Texas, moved to Austin.
That's true. Because it's like anymore, you really kind of, before you hire anybody, you got to do some sort of deep dive into the background. Because you don't want something popping up 2 years later and like, oh, we didn't know about that weird thing that they had in their life, And this one doesn't seem like much of a secret. You're dating who? What, she got a monkey? No. Sorry, you're not hired.
Quite the story.
No, that was good. I like that. No, Chuck Norris did not make the list.
Chuck Norris, what's so funny is Chuck Norris is such an asshole that the guys from the action movie hero film franchise,
The
Expendables, he was such an asshole to everyone there. They didn't even want him back. That's why he was there for one movie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
And actually, if you look it up, Chuck Norris is known to be kind of a dickhead. So, I'm not making that up, man. Just read some reports. Hold on.
Believe you.
Let me just do a quick Google. Is Chuck Norris an asshole? Look, I actually... The first thing is Chuck Norris a dick? And then the next one is Chuck Norris still alive? Told you. Everything good there?
Yeah, that's just a better audio.
Yeah, so the first article, when you write that, is actually on Reddit, where it says, Chuck Norris is actually kind of a dick.
That's too bad. Why do you got to be that way, Chuck Norris? Why do you got to be that way?
All right, guys, we're moving into the second story of About Last Night, talking about someone from Atlanta getting an ER bill, and they didn't even really go to the ER. So we'll get into that coming up here in just a minute.
We got 90 seconds.
Morning, Jeff.
What up, Jeff?
Coming up here at top of the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to be asking you guys the question, were you a Klepto Kid? Were you a little thief when you were a child? Tell us about things you used to steal when you were younger. That'll be our question of the day. I know you guys got some good stories, so feel free to drop them into the chat right now. We'll get to the best ones here, top the 7 o'clock hour today. You need a coffee. You were staring into the abyss right now. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
50 seconds. I'm going to go make my coffee.
Take a shot of heroin as well.
Would that wake you up?
Yeah, it's in the same drawer as the coffee.
Okay, good.
Just don't mix them up.
Yeah.
One goes in your butt, one goes in your mouth. That's kind of the rule here.
So a coffee enema, is that what you're telling me? I don't know.
Well, no, it's the heroin. It's a heroin enema and just regular coffee. They're clearly labeled.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Just a crazy story just about how bad our healthcare system really is. Stick around. Story number 2 about last night. A woman said she was billed for a trip to the ER, even though she didn't receive any treatment. Taylor Davis said she went to Emory-Decatur Hospital in July for a head injury. And she sat in the waiting room for hours before she finally just decided to leave. And then a couple weeks later, got a surprise in her mailbox. It was a hospital bill for nearly $700.
What do you mean I have a bill for that day? I didn't do anything. I was really just shocked. I didn't get my vitals taken. Nobody called my name. I wasn't seen at all. I just came, sat in a chair for 7 hours and left. It's hospital protocol. Even if you're just walking in and you're not seen. When you type in your social, that's it. Seeing that they're able to bill you for random things, honestly, it doesn't make me want to go when I get injured. And that's not good.
The story's absolutely crazy to me. She goes, sits there for 7 hours, I guess obviously checked in, leaves, and still gets a bill.
Yeah, this isn't a story that came from across the country, Oregon, crazy. This was at the Emory-Decatur Hospital, right outside of Atlanta. This is just a couple hours away from us. And she got billed $700. But that's $100 an hour to sit in the ER to slightly bleed and have a brain hemorrhage and possibly die. Nope, and she never got seen.
She got an email from their patient financial services that says you get charged before you're seen, not for being seen.
What?
Makes no sense.
That should be illegal, right?
Yes. Now,
I did not receive services, so therefore, why am I being charged?
They're saying normally, this type of fee or charge is hidden on the bill. Not hidden, but you would go in, you go into the ER, you see the doctor, you do everything, you get, all these different charges, and this is just kind of lost in the shuffle. But in a situation like this, where there is no other charges, obviously, it just stands out. Now, they did release a statement, and they said they take all patients' concerns seriously. They appreciate that this has been brought to our attention. Our teams are currently looking into this matter and will follow up directly with the individual.
You know what I didn't hear? Oh, yeah, that's dumb. We'll fix this immediately. All I heard was, that's like manager speak. It's like when you're at your job and your manager's like, well, there's a multitude of reasons we do things this way. First is safety. And I'm like, I don't care about safety. Jim just died last week and you didn't care about him. This is stupid. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this one is a little bit out there. I mean, the scary part is, though, it's all right, it's brought to everybody's attention now that this, you get billed just for sitting in the ER. It won't change. Mm-mm. I mean, she'll probably not have to pay. I bet they'll kind of negate the bill just because of the negativity that's coming with it.
Yeah.
But they're not going to not do this in the future just because of this.
Also, what happened to her head wound? She just super glue it or something?
Duct tape, man. Fixes everything.
It does.
All right, coming up next, Boondock Saints 3 is a thing. We got details. Here's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. All right, I'm going to get coffee.
Yeah. Simic goes, heroin enema. Ooh. But can you put heroin in a K-cup? I think they do. I think that's just a thing they do down in Brazil or something. I don't know. Making it up as I go. Wanda says, I got a bill summary yesterday from one of the Atlanta hospitals from January 2020. It said $0 due, but you're almost 2 years off from sending it to me. I don't get it, man. Thank God I'm somewhat not the worst health-wise. I don't have to go see a doctor. Thank God. Holly says, about last night, I went to bed with no Rockville tickets. Ugh, sorry, Holly. We did call all of our winners for Welcome to Rockville tickets. We'll actually give them a little shout-out here in just a few minutes. Doesn't mean we're done giving away Welcome to Rockville tickets, just so you know. Simic says, I'm glad I've only been to the ER 2 or 3 times in my entire life. Yeah. Same here. I don't think... You ever been to the ER before? You ever go to the ER for...
The time I got... My uncle shot me with the BB. Yes. Other than that, that's about it, I think. My wife went once. She had gallstones, and we sat there for way too long before she finally went in. But yeah, it's an ordeal.
I went to the ER... only once over like the last decade, but it wasn't for me. I was playing two-hand touch football, and I popped my buddy Tim, like really good, like it felt good. And then I realized it looked like I dislocated his shoulder.
Oh,
Wait, did I dislocate his shoulder or did I crack his collarbone? It was one of them. Anyway, I hit him real hard. And he shouldn't have ran right directly into me. I wouldn't have popped him. But yeah, I took him to the ER.
Did you have to take Jake to the ER?
Oh, I did. I took Jake to the ER too. Yeah,
Jake about died.
Yeah, he almost died from like magnesium poisoning or something like that. So that was cool.
Saving lives over there, man.
Yeah, look at me. Look at me.
You should bill both of them.
I'm married. I should invoice them today. Years past that. Trip to ER, $3,000. I mean, it was a nice trip. I mean, I drove them my own car.
Yeah.
You know. Pleasant. I let them choose the radio station.
So nice of you.
Yeah. Charles says, I'm hungry. Got to go to the doc this AM for blood work and a checkup. Only been 4 years since blood checked. Stomach is eating my backbone.
Mm-hmm.
Simic says, last time I went to the ER, I had kidney stones. They hurt like a bitch, especially after they use the Foley.
What's the Foley?
I think that's a tool to like break them up, right?
Oh, okay.
I'll see. Kidney stone Foley. Folly. Oh, it's a procedure. The Foley catheter is inserted. Ugh. What?
A catheter?
Yeah, it's a catheter. Yeah. Foley catheter. Yeah, they stick it right up his wahoo.
Yeah, I'm out.
I think when you have kidney stone pain, you'll literally do anything to get rid of it.
True.
So kidney stones like happen because generally it's like a lot of salt intake. Thank God I'm not a salt guy.
Yeah.
Because I think I would double over in pain from a kidney stone. The way they've been explained to me. Wanda says, I've been to the ER years ago. I feel like this should be a question of the day. Everyone's dropping in stories about ER trips.
Yeah.
We'll change something up soon. Wanda says, I've been to the ER years ago. It was late at night. I sat there for hours. I finally left. Coughs, memorial coughs. Never got a bill, though. Moving the ice machine at work. 2 metal chairs on top came tumbling down on my head. 6 staples later. Good to go.
Crap.
Damn, Cam. All right, guys. We're 20 seconds away, jumping into our final story here.
Be right back. Boondock Saints 3, I'm in. Details coming up. Final story about last night. Norman Reedus, Sean Patrick Flannery, and director Troy Duffy getting the band back together. Boondock Saints 3 is happening. First movie, 22 years old. Came out in 1999.
Wow, man.
I know, right?
Crazy. Well, I'm very excited. They're getting back together to do this. This has been long rumored.
Rumored
100%. That they've been wanting to do this, and they've been talking about wanting to make this a universe, kind of like what John Wick is doing and what like the MCU is doing. They wanted a big Boondock Saints universe. I don't think it's necessary. Just give me one more decent movie because the second movie was just kind of okay.
It was okay. Yeah.
Where the first film was really entertaining and fun and this weird little indie darling. The second film wasn't that great, but I'm excited about this because Troy Duffy is doing the script with Sean Patrick Flannery,
right?
With lots of input from Norman Reedus.
Now, I guess Duffy asked fans a long time ago what would they like to see in a new Boondock Saints movie. The most popular answer was killing politicians.
Yeah, and that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, so don't know if they're going to head in that direction of this movie or not.
It seems like the obvious spot for it.
You would think.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of those movies that you watch just by chance. That's at least how it happened for me. It was a DVD rental or whatever. It was definitely not in the theater. It's kind of like Reservoir Dogs. You watch it, and then you immediately are like, what did I just watch? How awesome was that? And that's what this movie was. That first one was so good because you had no expectations.
Right. And this I don't know. I wonder if Willem Dafoe is going to come back and be a part of Boondock Saints 3 because he had one of the most epic scenes I've ever seen in the history of film in that first film. And then they recreated it for the second film and it wasn't cool. But this is cool. I really do want to see it. Now, they're going to film it next year in between Norman Reedus's film schedule with The Walking Dead, but I want to see this film, and I'm guessing we'll probably get it. It's weird to say 2023. I feel like that's like the future, but it's only like a year and a half away.
All right, so Boondock Saints 3 is the thing. Count us all in. All right, coming up next, going to run down some winners of Welcome to Rockville tickets. Hang tight, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Let's see. Brenton said, I've had multiple head and face stitches as a kid, put my thumb in a table saw, and had to go for a gallbladder attack. Ooh. Wanda teaching us the basics of kidney stones. There's different reasons, one of them being calcium. Simic said he tripled over in pain with his kidney stones.
Yeah, Dana was like having I'm sure it was related to kidney stones for years. Like, I mean, before we moved to Savannah, I mean, would just double over in pain like once or twice a year and just couldn't get out of bed. It got so bad here, finally went to the ER, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's gallstones, and it got a gallbladder removed. Has not had one issue since.
Huh.
But, I mean, it was excruciating for her.
Yikes. Brenton says, Owen Candler almost killed my mom, making her sit in the ER for 4 hours after having a stroke, then sending her home for an anxiety attack. Ooh. Charles says the show is only 3+ hours, not enough time for me to give a list of all my trips. I feel like that should be one we should maybe do here in, well, I don't know, the next 2.5 weeks. 3
all
weeks.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my coffee
and your heroin. All right, guys. Our question of the day once again is: were you a klepto kid? Did you love to steal as a young man, or woman, or child? Boy or girl, tell us about things that you used to steal when you were younger. I've got a plethora of things that I used to steal all the time. So we definitely want your stories. Once again, were you a klepto kid? Did you have sticky fingers? What did you used to steal when you were a kid that you're feeling okay to share with us? Please drop in your stories. Scott says, I had a kidney stone. I just trying to give birth to a barbed wire baby. Jesus Christ. So my friend Kevin Davis, great guy, lives out in the Effingham area. This dude has like a kidney stone like 2 times a year. And I mean, he tells me like these horrific stories in regards to just getting a kidney stone in general. And I've never had one, knock on wood, as they say. I worry about that day where I have a kidney stone because I heard it is literally the worst pain.
Did you see Scott's thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brutal.
Yeah, that does not sound pleasant in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So coming up next, we'll congratulate our Welcome to Rockville winners. We obviously had a contest that ran last Monday through Sunday. Yesterday after the show, I picked our winner, so we'll say congrats to those folks. I think I have like the majority of them stopping in today to pick up their Welcome to Rockville passes.
Cool.
Don't worry, it's in between 10 and noon today, so I got to have Cotter give me a ride back to my house because I've been driving a station vehicle around for the last few weeks because my wife's been driving my car.
Yeah.
She bought her new car last night. Her car's so nice, man.
Is it?
Got the panoramic moonroof thing. It's like the whole thing of the roof, and then you got the Bluetooth, the Navi, all the bells and whistles.
Nice.
Her last car, the only feature was a CD player. That was it. I mean, that was the only thing that was worthwhile at all. This has got lane assist and park assist.
Okay.
Cameras and all sorts of shit, man.
Yeah, I've got my car will do the automatic parallel park.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet because it still just makes me nervous.
Try it out, man.
I'm gonna run into somebody's car.
Sue that company, and then just my neck. More heroin, please. What she get? Oh, my wife bought 2018 Jeep Compass. She's an SUV lady. She's always liked SUVs, and she wanted something like that. So that's what we got her. Blue, beautiful. It's got cool looking rims on it.
Nice.
Yeah, when you look at R2 cars, you'd be like, "Oh, Marshall, you drive that one." I'm like, "Nope, I drive the shitty Hyundai Elantra." That piece of garbage over there. I think I mentioned it yesterday, but after not driving my car for like 3 weeks now, I really don't like my car now that I've gotten back into it.
That's funny.
Drove it the other day. I'm like, this car kind of sucks.
Anytime I get into my wife's car, because it's like, I got the Equinox and now have the Ford Escape, SUV type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I get in like my wife's car, just the Toyota Corolla, I'm like, no, I can't do it. And I mean, I don't know what it is, but I like the SUV-ish vehicle way more than just a stereotypical looking car.
Yeah, I got, let's see, I just paid my last car payment. I'm like 4 or 5 months in advance now. I'm down to like $1,800. So I think by next summer, if I keep paying at a regular pace or a little bit higher than regular pace, should be done early. Hopefully maybe like May of next year.
Cool.
Charles, thank you so much for that story.
All right, got about 2 minutes.
Once again, guys, coming up next, we'll congratulate our Welcome to Rockville winners. Then we'll get into our question of the day. Were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things that you stole when you were younger. Even if it was just a one-off experience, doesn't have to be a consistent thing or anything. Please share your stories with us. We're going to share the best ones right after 7 o'clock this morning. I didn't ask. Do you have any stories that you have for this one?
I do.
Oh, what did I press? Jesus Christ. There we go. I think everyone stole when they were young.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you were like a trust fund kid who like always had a credit. I mean, I think even those kids stole shit.
Probably. Chris Pratt, obviously the voice of Mario. He's now going to voice Garfield in the new Garfield movie.
I saw that.
The best story about Garfield that I always love is that, because Bill Murray voiced Garfield in a couple movies, is that he accidentally took the role.
Yeah.
Because he was confused and thought the screenwriter was for something else and agreed to do Garfield. That's why you should have an agent, man. I know he's got his own system with things, but if you had an agent, wouldn't have had to get stuck doing Garfield.
Yeah, that's a pretty big mistake on Bill Murray's part. Jeremy said, yes, I've had over 100 kidney stones in 43 years. It was bad through my 20s and 30s, had several types of surgeries for them, changed my diet, and been free from them for 5 years. They suck and worse pain. Holy shit, Jeremy. Wow. I think we could do a whole segment on kidney stones now.
No doubt.
Morning, Elaine.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Big thanks to everybody who played along in our Welcome to Rockville contest last week. Top of the hour, got a chance to text in a keyword. We got hundreds of entries. People entered pretty much almost like every, like people were entering hundreds of times just on their own individually.
Yeah, we had multiple people that like entered hundreds and hundreds of times, whether we played our key, our sounder or not, or our keywords or not. I'm like, yep, that's like 837. Like, no way. But man, we did get some winners yesterday, so we wanted to say congrats to Natasha, Walter, Thomas, Steve, and Kelly. All winners of some Welcome to Rockville 4-day passes.
Yeah, I can't wait for this. November 11th through the 14th. It's going to be...
That's next week.
Oh, it is.
It is next week.
Oh, my Lord.
Did I just blow your mind?
I did. Down at the Daytona International Speedway. So welcome to Rockville, right around the corner. Congrats to all our winners. Thank you for everybody for playing along. Coming up top of the 7 o'clock hour, call, comment, and text. Were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you used to steal when you were younger. My story involves porn. Yes. So we'll tell that story. Get to yours after 7 o'clock. Once again, were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you'd like to steal. 800-394-1061. Call, comment, and text now. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
All right, guys, feel free to share your stories in the chat. You can also call us up at 1-800-394-1061 or text us up. Same number. Once again, Charles, thanks for your story. Wanda, thank you for your story. Dropped that last night on our Facebook page. But we'll do that here in about 10 minutes. Oh, and Elaine, I got your message. I'll be on the lookout for it today. All right, so later on in the show, Cotter is going to quiz me in the face. We'll play trivia. Also, we got an update. Cotter's a big fan of the beer mile. We've completed the beer mile together. I feel like the beer mile is something that you may do in the future.
I would attempt it again if I was in shape, yeah.
But we'll talk about that just after 9 o'clock this morning as well.
Once again, quizzed in the face today. It is National Ohio Day, and I know Marshall's love of the fine state of Ohio. So Ohio or not, going to give you a celebrity. You have to tell me whether or not they were born in Ohio.
Tony says I was a weird klepto. When living in Illinois as a kid, we could something. She wrote Gone Ever. Said sorry, fat fingers. But once again, guys, feel free to drop in your stories about your thieving as a small child. And going back, just rewind there for like 10 seconds. F Ohio. Honestly, I can't think of ever. I mean, outside of, I guess it would be the Football and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I can't imagine myself ever going there.
If it wasn't for my kid living there, starting school there, I can't. I'd go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, I've been to Ohio way too many times. And now that my kid doesn't go to school, I'd go to visit, but I'd rather just fly him back here. So I don't need to go to Ohio anymore. Rock 1061, who's this?
This is Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, so when I was little, we lived in Illinois, and you could get on your bike and go anywhere because we were in a small town, and it was just what you did. So like 9, 10 years old, you get on your bike, you go down to the corner store, you get a couple of things to eat and drink, and you go to your friend's house, hang out, and actually watch MTV when they had videos. And then you all just got on your bike and went and did crap again. But I was one of those weird thieves that like I would still partly pay for whatever I stole. So like it made me feel like I wasn't as bad as I really was. So like you go with like you used to like get the zingers and the ding dongs and the chips and the drinks and stuff like that. So I would pocket one or two, but then I'd pay for one. So then I could always get away with, oh, well, I thought I paid for it.
Oh, so you did you did the buy one, get one. You did the BOGO experience even when there wasn't actually a BOGO.
Exactly. And then that way I could feel like I was at least, contributing. I don't know. Weird kid. But yes, that was my Klepto's experience.
You're only half evil.
I'll take that. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, not the worst.
I mean, so I would buy one, get 3 or 4 free. That's all.
That was a great deal.
Well, for her.
For her, sure. Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling in, Tony. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye. I'm going to edit up that real quick, guys.
All right, guys, back on the live stream. Thanks for hanging around. Cutter sorted that out real quick. So while we have a few minutes leading into the top of the 7 o'clock hour, obviously into our question of the day, and Tony, thank you for calling in. Were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you used to steal when you were younger. Feel free to drop in your stories into the chat. And we'll get to the best ones coming up here in just a little bit. Is the chat quiet or is my app? Yeah, it got oddly quiet there like the last 5-6 minutes, but it was just banging until then. Simic says, one thing I'll never understand about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is why Judas Priest isn't in. They have a great influence of British heavy metal. I agree. I 100% agree. Whew. So Tiger King obviously is a pretty big deal, Cotter.
Right.
And Carol Baskin is not excited about Tiger King 2. I think I was talking about Tiger King 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
So Carol Baskin is suing Netflix over Tiger King 2. She says, stop using footage of me. So Carol Baskin is putting her foot down on Netflix's sequel, insisting the producers and Netflix cut out all footage of her for their latest offering, insisting that she does that. The Big Cat Advocate, who was heavily featured in the original series, just filed suit against the producers of the mega hit and streaming giant itself, asking a judge to put the kibosh on the footage of her and her big cat rescue in the upcoming project.
I'm guessing when she agreed to do the first one, there is something in that contract that gave them permission for a sequel. I bet it goes nowhere.
Carol explains in her lawsuit that all this footage is just unused stuff that didn't make the original cut for Tiger King, and argues that producers are simply rehashing, repackaging it to make it seem like she's given new interviews or insight. That's not the case at all, so says Carol, who claims she's never realized she'd be portrayed as a villain in the original one, and thinks the whole series ended up undermining her true mission, protecting big cats from the folks like Joe Exotic.
And making sure nobody discovers she allegedly killed her husband.
Well, they go into her whole husband dying in this new series, because they have like guys who are like, well, Don liked to talk to the Colombians.
Oh,
you don't mess with them. So that's in the trailer. You got to watch the trailer.
Okay, I haven't watched the trailer.
I'll drop the trailer into the chat this morning, just in case you haven't seen it. But Tiger King 2 is coming out in November. I don't think it has a firm date yet. I don't know why, but let's see. Yep, there it is right there. Yeah, but with this lawsuit, I mean, feel like she's doing it really late. I mean, I feel like if she really wanted to stop this, she would have done it, weeks and weeks ago.
Or it's all part of the marketing campaign. Rock 106.1, hello.
Yeah, y'all were talking about your best klepto moments.
Yeah. You got a story?
Oh yeah. Back when I was homeless and younger, I went to Walmart and I was trying to make some money. So I went in there. I went to the electronics aisle and I grabbed their most expensive item, which was a subwoofer with a box and amp.
Mm-hmm.
It was over $200 at the time. Well, I took it up to customer service trying to return it. After I cut the spider wire off, it left the alarm going off in the aisle. Yeah, and they wouldn't return it, but I was like, I can't get it out of the store because security is going to stop me. So they actually had security come pick it up and carry it out to my car and put it in my car for me.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's kind of brilliant.
Yeah, that's a real story.
I mean, because now you didn't take it. It's a gift from Walmart.
Yeah.
They brought it out to you.
Yeah. I mean, they probably at the end of it, they like shook your hand too. Like, sir, have a great night.
He did. In fact, he did.
That's awesome. Oh, what's your name, man?
I prefer to stay anonymous.
Exactly.
Fair enough. All right, man. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
Yep. You have a good day.
That's it, too, man. That's awesome. It's funny. What's your name? What's your social security number, real quick, too? Too funny. Good for that guy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Be right back.
Hey, there it is. All right, guys, back once again on the stream. Thank you so much for that gentleman for calling in. So we're leading into the next few minutes of going back on the air with our question of the day once again. Were you a klepto kid? Tell us about things that you used to steal when you were younger. Cotter, how do you want to work this first break?
I tell my story. We have two calls now, obviously, so I don't know if we want to play one right away and then obviously save one. Because, I mean, we didn't get a whole lot on the Facebook. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we get any on the...
I've got 6.
Okay. I can tell mine. We want to pick a short one and then play one of the calls?
Yeah. Do Tony's call on this first one.
Sure.
So I got the really weird story from Robert that I'm going to do for my Facebook story here on this first break.
Right.
So the second break, let's see, I can go and then you can. I mean, you could do Wanda's story from Facebook, or you do Clay's. Both are a little bit longer. They're good.
Right.
And then I still have Charles's I can keep for the last break, and we can keep we could possibly keep that call for the final break, or we could do it at the end of the second.
Sure. I got about 2.5 minutes.
All right, guys. Once again, looking for your stories. Were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about things you used to steal when you were younger. Go ahead and drop in your stories into the stream if you don't mind.
All right. Just over 2 minutes. All right. So mine, you'll read one. Tony's call, out, come back.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
So I believe today is the NFL trade deadline as well.
Okay.
There was one big trade yesterday. I don't know if you saw it or not, but Von Miller, he is like a defensive end, like a Khalil Mack type of guy. He played for the Broncos for years and years. He just got traded to the Rams. So the Rams have traded away like their next 3 drafts of their like draft picks. Like they traded for Matthew Stafford, gave up a couple number 1s. They traded for Von Miller, gave up a couple 2s. I mean, they are going all in on winning the championship this year.
Good for them.
Yeah, so, Von Miller got traded yesterday. Crazy stuff. Now there's a report that suggests that Von Miller's teammates not paying for Halloween may have factored into the trade. So I'm just reading the story right here. So Von Miller is taking his Halloween parade to Los Angeles. Party to Los Angeles. 32-year-old linebacker has spent his entire career in Denver, but just got traded yesterday afternoon. Now, according to Pro Football Network, the trade was made easier by a dispute over Miller's legendary Halloween party. Apparently, he was upset with his teammates for declining to kick in on the 6-figure price tag.
Whoa. Dude, it's your party. You can't ask people to kick in on your party, right?
This party last year, or in 2019, also led to the arrest of their third-string quarterback, Chad Kelly. So it's a good one. It's a good party.
All right, guys, be right back. Were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you used to steal when you were younger. Mine involves porn. Stories on the way. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show. Don't forget, you can check out the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. This morning, we're taking your calls, comments, and text, 800-394-1061. Were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you used to steal when you were younger. So I've talked about it many times. Growing up, we vacationed in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what we did. So we'd always go down to Naples and visit my aunt and uncle. Well, we had cousins that were around my same age, a couple years younger, but, ones that we hung out with as kids.
Right.
So we went there one year, probably junior high, probably early, maybe 6th, 7th grade. So we get there, and our parents go out, and so it's just me and the cousins and my brothers. So my cousin Zach was like, hey, got to show you something. So we go back into his parents' bedroom. In their bathroom, they've got a porn. I believe the name of it was "And God Created Virgins."
So what? Wait. So it was
a cassette.
It was a cassette. Oh, VHS.
Yep, VHS. Right. VHS cassette porn.
Mm-hmm.
So, being the 7th, 8th grader, was 12, 13, maybe 14. I'm like, oh, I kind of want that. So I plotted for the next week. How do I get this videotape out of the house?
And it was called "And God Created Virgins." I'm just gonna do a quick
something
Google.
Along those lines. It's something about virgins in the title. I'm not going to confirm 100% that's what it is, but it's something to do with virgins. So it gets close to the end of our vacation. My parents, my aunt and uncle, they go out to dinner one more time. That's my opportunity. So we're watching a movie in the living room. I sneak back. Oh, I got to use the restroom, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I sneak back into my aunt and uncle's bedroom. I take the movie from, it was like underneath like the sink in the cabinet.
Solid move.
So I take that, and then this is back in the day, it's a VHS cassette. I had cassette tapes, listening to music, and I had this, cassette carrier. It held like, 30, 40 cassettes. It was a decent size.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the plastic piece pulled right out of the cloth that, that held it all together. Put the movie underneath the plastic, put it back in.
Great hiding spot.
And that's how I got it home. Now, I got away with it, never got caught, but I was at home one day. My mom was on the phone, and she's laughing her ass off one day and just, dying laughing. I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's, just talking to your aunt from Florida. I'm like, oh, cool. And I start thinking, oh, okay, what's going on? Oh, well, something that theirs is missing, and they've just been questioning their kid lately about it. Dude got I threw him, without even doing anything, totally threw this kid under the bus.
Yeah.
Because I ended up with the porn, never got caught. He got in trouble for it.
He was guilty by association.
He denied the whole thing, which he should have. He didn't do it. I reaped the benefits. He got in trouble for it with the parents.
Wow. And I'm guessing you watched that video.
Oh, I watched that video.
Oh, my God.
I studied that video, frame by frame.
One of the all-time greats, I'm guessing?
So good. So good.
It's weird. Did you ever make your way all the way through it?
Well, you get bored with one scene. You got to move on to the next. So eventually, yes.
Wow. Now, they did some intricate work here in scene number 4.
I mean, the writing on it was really strong.
Now, the lighting,
solid story.
The lighting coming in between her legs.
Like the whole plot was God sending angels down to earth to enjoy virgins. That was it, man.
Wow.
That was the plot of this movie.
Wow. I'll see. You know what? I'll try to get you that on Blu-ray before you go. Little nice party gift, Cotter.
There you go.
All right, guys. Once again, our question of the day is: were you a klepto kid? Did you like to steal things when you were younger? Tell us your stories by calling us up at 1-800-394-1061. You can text that same number, or you can just drop your stories into the stream, quite like, wait for it. Sorry, I had a note of which one I was doing. There it is. Quite like Robert. Robert had the weirdest story here. So he said, I would steal screws from electrical outlets and light switches and the little plastic bars on the fire alarm pull stations, along with the long rods in the filing cabinets at schools. Robert had a real issue right here. So, it's almost like you always wonder, where's my left sock?
Right.
What happened to the screw on the left? Robert stole those little things where, it makes us honestly feel like there's little little people that would come in and steal the little things in your house. He stole those things for no reason. Robert, I want to know what you did with all those screws from electrical outlets and light switches, the little plastic bars on fire alarms. Why those, of all things, Cotter?
I have no idea. All right, were you a klepto kid? Tell us about what you stole when you were younger. Tony called in. Here's her story.
When I was little, we lived in Illinois, and you could get on your bike and go. We were in a small town, and it was just what you did. So 9, 10 years old, you get on your bike, you go down to the corner store, you get a couple of things to eat and drink, and you go to your friend's house, hang out, and actually watch MTV when they had videos. And then you all just got on your bike and went and did crap again. But I was one of those weird thieves that I would still partly pay for whatever I stole. So it made me feel like I wasn't as bad as I really was. So you go with you used to get the zingers and the ding dongs and the chips and the drinks and stuff like that. So I would pocket one or two, but then I'd pay for one. So then I could always get away with, I thought I paid for it.
Oh, so you did you did the buy one, get one. You did the BOGO experience even when there wasn't actually a BOGO.
Exactly. And then that way I could feel like I was at least, contributing. I don't know. Weird kid.
I guess as a kid, you're rationing it out, trying to make yourself not seem like a complete criminal.
She had a weird moral compass as a young lady. I mean, it's weird where you're like, I'm definitely going to steal this stuff, but I'll buy a little at that same time.
All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Were you a klepto kid? Tell us about the things you stole when you were younger. Hit us up with those stories now. We got more of them coming up after Volbeat. It's Shotgun Blues, Rock 1061. Yeah, the whole robber thing, that definitely, because you're not stealing it for, financial gain. You're not stealing it for, because you want to watch porn. You're not stealing it because you're hungry. You're just like, I just want to steal stuff. So
I'm looking for that porn video that you stole as a young man.
That may not be the title. I mean, it just may not be the title. I don't want to search it here on this Wi-Fi. Very ballsy of you over there.
I don't care. What are they going to do? Okay.
It's something to do. Like I said, God sent angels down to have sex with virgins.
Full moon of the virgins?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Let's see. God sent down virgins for sex. Porno. Nope, none of that's good. All right, well,
I'll search for them not on the company's Wi-Fi.
Hey, this is all show research, man. I'm just trying to do what's best for the show here. All right, guys, once again, thanks for hanging out and adding in your stories. Break number 2 here. I'll start off, and then we can finish with the call again if you want. And then when it comes to the Facebook stories, I think Wanda's is probably a good one to share right here if you want to go with that one.
Wanda's?
Yeah, I mean, I think Wanda's is good, or Clay has quite the tale of his one and only time as a sticky-fingered child.
Cool.
For break number 3, I have Charles's. I mean, we could leave the call for the last break as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's leave the call and Clay's story
for the last break,
for the final break.
Okay.
And this one we could do my story. You could do Wanda's.
Okay.
And then I could do Charles's story.
Okay.
And then the final one we'll do the call and Clay. Coming up after this, also we'll have Joe Bonamassa tickets. We'll be giving those away with trivia this morning. So if you want tickets to that, make sure to be listening and call us up for trivia here in about 20 minutes ish.
All right, we got about 60 seconds. We're back on.
What'd you think of the Book of Boba Fett trailer yesterday?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. I meant to, and then it's just, S happened. I just haven't done it yet. So I will watch it. And I will just go out on a limb. I'm assuming it's amazing.
Okay.
Or good. Not good? You don't seem really thrilled.
I'll let you watch it.
Balls.
Rhett, thanks for your comment there, buddy. Appreciate that.
We're taking your calls, comments, and texts this morning, 800-394-1061. Were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you used to steal when you were younger.
This is going to be like confessional time for me because I'm going to admit to a bunch of crimes I did as a child. And I think
Is there a statute of limitations we're past?
I think we're past the statute of limitations because, I mean, let's see, I'm 38 now. I probably did these between the ages of, let's just say 10 and 17. So it's been like 20 years.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, like petty theft or whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's start off with my first crime. First crime as a small child. I was in the grocery store with my mom. I stole a Hot Wheel car, stuffed it into my winter coat. Here's where I messed up. I started playing with the Hot Wheel car immediately into getting into the car. My mom was like, "Where'd you get that?" I was like, "Well, I stole it." And then she didn't make me give it back. She let me get away with the first crime, and that's what started my lifelong dalliances of crime, because I've stolen things throughout my entire life, Cotter.
Should I lock my office
Yes,
door?
you absolutely. I've
Lord.
stolen many things out of your office. So let's continue on. Now, as a young man, I would steal things from our Casey's General Store.
Okay.
Starting everything from like the oatmeal cream pies that were $1 a piece. Oh, those were delicious. You know what? They were more delicious when they were free, Cotter.
Got that adrenaline rush going.
Yeah, those fudge rounds, delicious.
Love me good fudge rounds.
When they were free. I did get caught stealing a carton of cigarettes. How
old?
I want to say, let's just say 13. Let's just say 13. Yeah, I was a young man growing into this, as you can see, and smoking was very, very cool at that time. My dad smoked, Okay. All my buddies smoked, and we were all like 14, 15 years old. That was very cool. But got caught stealing that, so obviously failed at that. But I did do the biggest crime of my life. Here just a few years later. I want to say I was around 17 years old. I actually stole a full keg of beer from the local bar in Deer Creek, Illinois.
I mean, I get Deer Creek small.
Yeah.
There's not necessarily a lot of people out and about, but kegs of beer are not light, and they're very noticeable. How did you pull this off?
So they got a keg delivery apparently that day, and I was walking through the back alley because I was a paper boy and I was out collecting paper boy money or whatever.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I'm like, this is my moment. So I grabbed the keg, and it's very heavy, and I don't understand the how kegs work at that point.
Right.
So I'm literally, instead of like putting it on side and rolling it, I am like going like an inch at a
you're
time.
walking it.
This is the worst crime and slowest crime in the history of man, and it's all gravel back there, so I'm making a lot of noise.
There's a path as you go.
Yeah, it's
like follow you.
like gravel noises and everything. And then I thought to myself, what am I going to do with this? I'm a good like 20 yards away at this point. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this keg of beer, Cotter. So at that point, there is a bush. Somewhat could cover it. So I jam in this bush as hard as I could, and then I go over to my buddy's house, who he took me out like a couple times to like, these drinking parties and stuff.
Right.
His name was Ian, real cool guy. Turns out not cool, because Cotter, he screwed me over.
What?
I told him about the keg. He's like, dude, I got you. Let's go get it. So we go get it. We put it in the back of his car. I'm like, cool. All right, cool. Well, tomorrow, let's have a keg party. Let's bring it to this party we're supposed to go to. He didn't answer my phone calls.
Oh.
He wouldn't answer his door.
No.
He completely screwed me over. Took the keg to that party, had a great time. I never got credit. I never saw it again. I didn't get a drop of beer from the keg I stole as a young man.
I
know.
Did it set you straight?
No, I stole even harder.
I will avenge this wrong.
And those are the last crimes I want to admit to. But I as a child, quite a bit of a thiever.
All right, were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you used to steal when you were younger. Call, comment, and text now, 800-394-1061. Wanda hit us up on Facebook. She said she stole makeup. She also said her and her little brother stole cigarettes from the mom and pop gas station. They sound like they got away with it. Didn't get busted. I even stole my mom's food stamps. Talking the old school food stamp coupons booklet.
Oh, wow.
Preventing the family from eating.
I'm jealous that she got away with stealing those cigarettes.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't have that knack. All right, let's get to one from the stream here, and then we'll go to break. But Charles chimed in, and he said, sticky fingers. When I was a younger teenager, we didn't have much money, but I loved Copenhagen. I would ride my bike to Kmart on Victory. I'd wear my sweatshirt or a Letterman jacket, and I would load 2 rolls, 10 cans each, into my jacket, and I'd go through the line and pay for one. Thank God I was young when there was no security cameras.
Pulled the Tony.
Definitely pulled the Tony there. A little buy one, get one.
I mean, that's a ballsy
buy
move.
one, get 20.
That's a ballsy move, though.
It's bold.
I mean, because you're already stealing it, so you would think you just kind of would want to leave at that point in time, not draw attention to yourself. But now you're walking up to the register with sleeves of tobacco. It's just like, that's a ballsy move.
This just reminded me of another crime I committed. All right, so when I was a kid... When I was
you
a
were
kid,
the worst kid ever.
I was under 18.
Right.
Me and my buddies wanted to get drunk, so we went to the grocery store, and I put a bottle of vodka, in I was wearing jeans. I put it back in the back of my pants, and then I bought orange juice. So kind of like that. I essentially bought the mixer, but I stole the vodka, and we got hammered off screwdrivers that night. I just remembered that.
All right, were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you used to steal. More of your stories coming up next. A great call from a guy who actually got help stealing stuff from Walmart. We'll get to that next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
That was like, man, that was like more than 20 years ago in Pekin, Illinois. Dustin goes, SPD, watching the stream, like writing down everything. They can write down all they want. Come get me, coppers.
All right. Obviously, we'll go right into the solicit.
Kelly, thank you for your comment there. Appreciate it. Mac goes, I was a golden child. And honestly, I believe it.
Yeah.
I don't think Mac probably took anything. Whenever Mac thought about stealing, she probably looked up to Jesus up in the skies, and she's like, I'm so sorry. And then she hit herself. She smacked her own hand. Not today, Satan. You're not going to get me with your thieving tendencies. Get out of my brain. Oh, man. All right, guys, one more quick break on our topic of the day. Once again, thank you for everyone who chimed in today. And then we're going to dive right into trivia. Are you smarter than a community college dropout trivia? Joe Bonamassa is going to be playing the Savannah Civic Center. Damn it, I don't remember the date. I'm going to go grab those tickets now that I think about it.
Okay.
I'll use them as my prop.
All right, guys. Trivia is on the way. We'll wrap up the call, comment, and text segment. Going to get to our Cool Guy tournament. We got 2 first-round matchups we're going to talk about. We've got like 2 sides of the bracket. Kind of looks like that. So we've got the number 1 seed taking on the number 16 seed in each of these brackets. The first matchup will be posted around 7:30 on the Facebook page. You can vote there. The next matchup will be posted around 8:30. So be able to go and vote for who should move on in the next round of the tournament. And then going to quiz Marshall in the face. Today is National Ohio Day. We'll give you a celebrity. You tell me whether they were born in Ohio or not. Pretty simple. Straightforward. Don't have to think too hard about it. But we'll do that for Quizzed in the Face toward the end of the 8 o'clock hour. Stacy in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Matt goes, you are correct. It was Jesus and the thought of Mama Margaret beating the crap out of me. Of course. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to go grab those Joe Bonamassa tickets. He's playing the Savannah Civic Center on Tuesday, December 7th. It's about a month from now, but we're going to hook people up with all week tickets to go check him out. Tyson was our winner yesterday, so congrats to Tyson. I got to get his tickets in the mail. Deviled eggs? Mm.
All right.
I can't say I'm a fan of deviled eggs.
Really?
They're okay. They're okay, but I'm not like excited.
Do you like hard-boiled eggs or anything?
No, it's disgusting. I hate hard-boiled eggs.
Then why? Yeah, you're not going to eat a deviled egg.
No, I've ate deviled eggs. They're okay. I don't know.
It's like a hard-boiled egg.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Just mix up the...
Yeah, but with the stuff, it's
the gooey center.
Yeah, it's got the gooey, jizzy center, man.
So egg salad sandwich is off the table for you.
Yeah. Raw, like just egg. I don't know. I just don't like it.
Okay.
Like a fried egg, I'm in.
Love a fried egg.
Yeah, like a poached egg. Yeah, like on a nice little eggs Benedict. Sure, bring it on. But like just a hard boiled egg. I don't know. It's like something with the smell gets me. I don't know.
I'll get you that. Well, eggs. Yeah, eggs just got that kind of funky smell. But love a good egg salad sandwich.
Lane says I was an angel. I doubt that.
All right, so for this one,
This one, let's, we start our end, obviously, with the call.
I think we end with the call. I think that's a pretty good way to end. I think it's a solid call.
And then, let's see.
You got Clay's.
There's Clay's. I got a short one from Kelly that I can use involving Hot Topic. And then, yeah, Clay's is quite the tale. I don't need any of that. One person wrote on our question of the day was Mandy. She just wrote, "I'm worse as an adult." So why don't you start off? Why don't you do Clay's?
Sure.
Cut out the extra BS that he has in there, and then I'll do the short one at Kelly's, and then let's just go right into the call.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do that.
Then we'll go right into the solicit.
Yeah. Woo! I'm still not used to this whole "it's still dark at 7:30 in the morning" thing.
Yeah, that should change this weekend.
Yeah, because you got to turn your clocks fall back,
spring forward.
Fall forward, spring back.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fall forward. It's fall forward, and then you spring back. Morning, Red. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, none comes up. I'll take your word for it, sure. Spring forward, fall back.
Yeah, I know. I'm just screwing with you.
Okay.
Everyone's correcting me right now. Fall back, spring forward. No. It's fall forward. It's spring. It's spring back. Oh, man. Everybody's correcting me. No. Guys, it's fall forward. Like I do constantly in life. I just fall forward onto my face. And then spring, you spring back, where you just literally fall back.
All right, 2 minutes.
Oh, man, that's funny. All right. Oh, that's good. That's good. So, Cotter, the elusive 50 burger is on the line for you when it comes to trivia.
If they pick me.
If they pick you. Do you want to call your shot? Do you want to guarantee your win? If they pick you today?
Yeah, I won't lose 2 in a row.
Okay. Hey, okay.
90 seconds.
Okay. Tony goes, "You're the only one that's laughing." And you know what, Tony? That's all that matters to me. But also, you guys can use that when you talk to your dumb little friends later this week. You just be like, "Yeah, dude, it's fall forward and spring back." Make them feel like the idiot. Cotter, if for some reason you lost today, you would have 10 losses for the year. That would bring you to 10 losses, double-digit losses.
Yeah, that'll probably happen.
But you're not. But it's not guaranteed. You're calling the win. You're calling your shot right now. You're Babe Ruth in this bitch.
Calling the win.
Take you to 50 burger land.
All right, got about 45 seconds. Be right back. Well, I guess we don't have to be right back yet. We got some time. Give you 20 more seconds. Then we'll be right back.
I think you need to hit another cup of coffee, man.
I was thinking about it.
Maybe just stuff in that heroin enema. Marshall, you've seen my big Dodge Ram, correct? At least 4 times a week, some dumbass in a little car pulls out in front of me and doesn't hit the gas. Gonna stop braking, run those pricks over.
All right, now we'll be back. Were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about the things you used to steal when you were younger. Taking your calls, comments, and text here in just a bit. Going to get to a great call from a guy who was stealing something from Walmart. Security actually helped. Were you a Klepto Kid? What did you take as a kid? Well, Clay hit us up on Facebook. He said, "I stole a deadbolt for my friend waiting outside. I also stole some mace because I thought it'd be cool as a kid just to have some mace.
Automatically, it is super cool. Like bear mace, regular mace, any mace, sprayable mace, super cool as a kid.
Well, he got caught.
Oh, no.
Clerks called his dad to come get him. And he said, I could hear him scream through the phone, take his ass to jail. They said they didn't want to do that. Coaxed my dad into coming down, picking me up. And that's when they went full therapy on him, wanting to know if my dad abused me.
Wow.
They asked if they should call Child Protective Services for me. I had to assure them my dad was not abusive. I thought that was the weirdest moment of life at the time, but in retrospect, given the items I got caught with and my dad's reaction, it makes sense from an adult perspective. Because, I mean, he was taking a deadbolt and mace, fending off his abusive father.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, it was the last time I ever shoplifted.
I would have never put two and two together there.
Yeah.
Even reading that earlier, I did not put two and two together there. Wow, that's the most compassionate store worker of all time. Like,
right?
Hey, little buddy, is your dad hurting you? Crazy. All right, let's go back to the stream. Once again, our question of the day is, were you a Klepto Kid? Tell us about things that you used to steal when you were younger. Kellyanne chimed in on the stream. She goes, I remember when Hot Topic didn't put alert tags on any shirts. I had the best metal shirt collection. I feel you there.
How long ago was that when they weren't? I mean, because I don't remember a time when there wasn't protective tags anymore.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I don't remember either. But I mean, I get it. I honestly, do they even put them on now?
I don't know.
I think I was at Hot Topic, I don't know, a few months ago and saw that.
Get some new shirts?
Yeah. I was looking for some sweet My Chemical Romance t-shirts. I don't know. I didn't notice them, I guess, when I was looking at them. But yeah, good for her.
All right, we got a call from somebody who was at Walmart, actually got a little help out the front door with the item he was trying to steal.
Back when I was homeless and younger, I went to Walmart and I was trying to make some money. So I went in there, I went to the electronics aisle, and I grabbed their most expensive item, which was a subwoofer with the box and amp. It was over $200 at the time. Well, I took it up to customer service trying to return it. After I cut the spider wire off, it left the alarm going off in the aisle. Yeah, and they wouldn't return it, but I was like, I can't get it out of the store because security is going to stop me. So they actually had security come pick it up and carry it out to my car and put it in my car for me.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's kind of brilliant.
Yeah, that's a real story.
I mean, because now you didn't take it. It's a gift from Walmart.
Yeah.
They brought it out to you.
Yeah. I mean, they probably at the end of it, they like shook your hand too. Like, sir, have a great night.
He did. In fact, he did.
So Walmart helped assist him steal $200 worth of audio equipment.
Yeah, good for him.
I mean,
man.
did he just say, I mean, the one question I didn't think about asking this guy is like, what did he say to get them to help him take it out? He's like, oh, I got a bad shoulder. I can't really, can you get someone to carry it out for me?
That's a good question.
Because that's a genius idea. Because if the tag went off, the security guy is just going to be like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Let's take this thing out anyway. Incredible move.
All right, we've got Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia? Joe Bonamassa tickets to give away. We need you to call in right now if you'd like to play some trivia.
Yeah, Joe Bonamassa is going to be playing the Savannah Civic Center on Tuesday, December 7th. He is a legendary guitar player that makes his way to Savannah every couple years. So if you want free tickets, be the first person to call in right now, 1-800-394-1061.
Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Or playing next, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Morning, Sheila. Andrew said it was 2004 when it came to those shirts.
Right.
All right, guys, looking to find someone to take us on. And Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia? Hit us up, 1-800-394-1061. Take on Cotter. See if you could deny him his 50th win today. Or see if you could deny me my 52nd.
All right.
People not loving Joe Bonamassa as much as yesterday.
Maybe not.
We had a lot of calls yesterday. We had calls calling through to play.
So there is a bar in Dallas that's setting rules on the Mariah Carey song, All I Want Is for Christmas Is You.
Okay.
It seems like every year the hatred of that song grows and grows and grows.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a sign on the jukebox that says the song will be skipped if played prior to December 1st.
Okay.
And after December 1st, the song is allowed once per night. Mariah Carey tweeted out, "Is this the war on Christmas I've heard about?" in response to this bar, and basically photoshopped herself into a battle with like armor and stuff around her.
Right.
So there you go. It's actually kind of funny.
If I was this bar immediately, I would block Mariah Carey, and then I would put out a public notice that Mariah Carey is now banned from the bar.
Take it up a level.
Yeah, absolutely ratchet it up to like 10 immediately.
You're right. This is a war, and you're banned.
Yeah, I think I saw a post yesterday that said something to the fact of, "Oh, it's November 1st. Mariah Carey's thawing out."
How much money does she make off of that song alone every year?
I have no idea. That's a great question, man.
A lot. All right. We will not have a lot of time coming out because we were running a little bit late this hour anyway. So I mean, if we did a solicit coming out, we'd have like maybe a minute to get it done.
Sean says it's not a war on Christmas. It's a war on Mariah Carey and her terrible ass song. I agree, Sean. Also, good morning. All right, gang, need someone to jump on, take on one of us, and Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia? For Joe Bonamassa tickets, which is probably the funnest name you could say out loud without getting in trouble.
There is, in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, let me see if I can find the name. So he wanted the guy who came up, who wrote the book, came up with somebody's name. He wanted to get as close to a cuss word as he could, or just something that sounded filthy, but would be able to be included because it actually started as a radio series for the BBC. It is Slarty Bartfast. He just wanted to come up with something that kind of sounded dirty, but there's nothing filthy to it. Sound like a cuss word, but
Slarty Bartfast?
Slarty Bartfast.
Okay.
So I always found that funny. That's just a funny name. Slarty Bartfast.
Was that in the movie they did?
Yeah, Bill Nye played him in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Well, Bill Nye, whatever, not Bill Nye the Science Guy, but the British actor.
All right, well, we'll do the solicit here once again and see if we can.
Yeah, we won't have a whole
jump
lot
on
of time because, like I said, we're already running over.
Charles, good luck at the doctor's office, buddy.
All right, we got about 30-ish seconds. Okay, great, thanks. Too late. Are you smarter than a community college dropout looking for somebody to take one of us on? I'm one win away from 50, and I'm calling my shot today. If they pick me, I'm winning.
Okay, really? That's a bold move.
I'm winning
on your behalf. Also, one prize I forgot to mention here when it comes to Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? We have Joe Bonamassa tickets, but Alice Cooper just announced a show. He's playing in February in Savannah. We also have tickets for that, so let's double it up. Let's do
what?
Yes, our winner will get both pairs of tickets.
All right, 800-394-1061. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Metallica, Rock 1061. Yeah, sorry, Greg. We were just about to go on. I didn't have time to change that if you were trying to call.
Call up again. Here we go. Alice Cooper, Joe Bonamassa.
Rock 1061, who's this? Taylor, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Who would you like to take on today? Myself, Cotter, or Marshall?
I want to try
All right, good luck.
Perfect. All right, Taylor, here's the deal. 7 questions, 60 seconds. No matter what, we'll hook you up with tickets to go check out both Joe Bonamassa and Alice Cooper. Are you ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for some reason you don't know the answer to any of these questions, feel free to say pass. If we have enough time, we'll go back to them. There are a couple multiple choice in here as well. I'll let you know when those come about as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Question number one. Question number one is multiple choice. How many hits does it take to sink the submarine in the game of Battleship? 2, 3, or 4?
3.
That is correct. Question number two. Who played Mad Max Rockintansky in the original Mad Max film?
Pass.
Question number three. Which Miami Heat guard was named 2006 Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year?
Ooh, my boyfriend would know that one, not me.
All right, we'll move on to question number four. In the beer world, what does the abbreviation FG stand for? This is multiple choice. Is it final gravity or finished gravity?
Final.
That is correct. Question number five. What is the sum of all the numbers on a roulette wheel?
What is the sum of all of them?
Yes.
100?
That is incorrect. Question number six. What sport was Abraham Lincoln a champion in?
Baseball.
Incorrect. And finally, question number seven. Michael Jackson's video for Black or White features which famous child actor?
Oh, gosh. I have no idea what his name is.
All right, give me like 2 more seconds. Give me a guess.
I have no idea.
All right.
I see the face, but I don't know the name.
You got 2 out of 7 today, Cotter. This is Taylor, right?
Yes.
All right, Taylor, you got 2 out of 7. Cotter, Taylor got 2 out of 7 here,
right.
so you got to do better than 2. Taylor, go ahead and stay on the line. We're going to quiz Cotter. It's his turn. You know the rules. Let's go ahead and get started. Question number one is a multiple choice question.
Okay.
How many hits does it take to sink the submarine in the game of Battleship? Is it 2, 3, or 4?
3?
That is correct. Question number two. Who played Mad Max? I can't say his last name right. Rockintansky in the original Mad Max film?
Mel Gibson.
That is correct. Question number three. Which Miami Heat guard was named the 2006 Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year?
Dwayne Wade?
That is correct. Question number four. In the beer world, what does the abbreviation FG stand for? Final gravity or finished gravity?
Go with final.
That is correct. Question number five. What is the sum of all the numbers on a roulette wheel?
Oh, man. I have no idea. 200.
Incorrect. Question number six. What sport was Abraham Lincoln a champion in?
Oh, he's a wrestler.
That is correct. And question number seven. Michael Jackson's video for Black or White features which famous child actor?
Macaulay Culkin.
That is correct as well. 6 out of 7 today.
Yeah.
And that's number 50 for Cotter.
There
That
you
is his
go.
50th win.
There you go. Taylor, you're scoring some tickets, though. Joe Bonamassa and Alice Cooper. So not a bad morning at all.
Well, Taylor, we got your number, I believe, already. So you're good to go, and we'll call you after the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, let's go ahead and go over the correct answers for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. How many hits does it take to sink the submarine in the game of Battleship? That is 3. Who played Mad Max Rockintansky? Is that how you say it?
I'm not 100%. It's just Mad Max.
All right. In the original Mad Max film, that's Mel Gibson. Question number 3, which Miami Heat guard was named 2006 Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year? That is Dwayne Wade. Question number 4, in the beer world, what does the abbreviation FG stand for? That's final gravity. Question number 5, what's the sum of all the numbers on a roulette wheel? 6, 6, 6.
Ooh,
I know, right?
Question
number 6, what sport was Abraham Lincoln a champion in? That would be wrestling. And question number 7, Michael Jackson's video for Black or White featured Macaulay Culkin.
All right, back at it tomorrow, 7:30. Your chance to play and win. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
We'll be right back. All right, guys, back with Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. We just obviously finished up. Cotter getting his 50th win just a few moments ago. So his current record is 50 wins. And of course, I X'd it off. It's 50 wins, 9 losses, and like 5 ties. So Cotter's doing very well. So we're going to be playing that back here on your radios in less than 60 seconds, I think. So something to the effect of that. And then after that, some commercials, and then we'll be back on top the 8 o'clock hour. Top the 8 o'clock hour, we are going to be revealing the Cool Guy Tournament breakout, and we'll have our very first 2 matches. So, Cotter, how are we doing that? Which matchups are we going with? Are we going with the 1 and 16s?
Yeah, we're going to go with both 1 and 16s.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to alternate. I was just going to kind of alternate, probably. I'll probably do then 3 and 14s tomorrow.
And then with the tournament itself, Cotter will be having, you're up to 78 and 1/8 winning percentage, just in case you're wondering.
Okay.
Take a little bit of a ding after yesterday's loss, but great job on getting your 50th win today. So we'll be putting up the full Cool Guy bracket tournament challenge up on our website. Cotter's got to work on that just a little bit more, but we'll have that up here this morning, right? Is that what we're shooting for?
Yeah, that's the goal. It'll be on the Facebook page. I think the first voter, the first matchup is up on the Facebook page to vote now. The second one will be up in about an hour, so you can actually go there and vote. And then we'll have the whole thing on the website. Yeah, hopefully this morning. All right.
Sean goes, looks like Ryan Reynolds has a bye week, LOL. Yeah, the first matchup today is Ryan Reynolds versus Guy Fieri. So that's our first matchup for the Cool Guy tournament. But we'll talk more about that top the 8 o'clock hour. Greg says, I like how Taylor kept saying, yes, sir, or old men on the radio. She respects her elders. God damn it, I approve of that. I approve of it.
All right, I'll be right back.
Good morning. Rhett says, printable bracket? I think maybe you'll be able to print it. Cotter's in charge of that one, guys. I'm not for sure. We'll ask him that when he comes back, though. Was not in charge of that yesterday. Let's see, after the show, I put together, so we have like the call-in question or our question of the day at top the 7 o'clock hour. So I actually, I went ahead and scheduled those throughout till the end of our show, which is going to be on November 24th, Cotter's last day. So I scheduled that throughout the rest of the run of our show. So I did that yesterday, and I did a few other things leading into our last few weeks. I reached out to quite a few people. Yes, the short timer. I did put him in charge of it, but I reached out to quite a few people yesterday, kind of lining up our final show. Our final show is going to be a mess. It's going to be a big, fat, ugly mess. Emotionally, the way it's going to be run, just everything. We're gonna have a few drinks. It's going to be a mess. But I talked to quite a few people yesterday who were able to come in. A couple weren't because they weren't in town. So we need to get together, Cotter, in regards to your final show to kind of book out where you want people. It seems like everyone that I talked to, majority of people are in town. There was only like 2 people that weren't.
Sure.
I just need to work on getting people in studio that day when we want them.
Okay.
There was only one person who asked to come in early on the earlier side because they have a flight out at like 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So, but the last day will be one big ugly mess for sure.
It'll be something.
Mm-hmm.
Will definitely be something.
Rhett says, will the bracket be printable?
Yeah, it'll be a PDF, so you should be able to get to it and print it down from there.
Yeah, but we'll get that up here later on today. We'll try to get it up as early as we can. But we're going to do the first two matchups. Then we'll share the rest of the tournament bracket itself as soon as we can.
So far, because you can vote in the first matchup, which is Ryan Reynolds, Guy Fieri.
Mm-hmm.
Guy got a vote. He's got one.
One vote.
He's got one vote.
Rhett says, "Can I come to the last day of the show?" I don't know yet. We got to figure that out. There's a few things we gotta jump through and figure out before we hit that point.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a bigger studio, it'd be cool to invite people in. I just don't know. We just don't have a lot of space in here.
Yeah, I think so. For the last day, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have just guest after guest. So I'm gonna kind of try to schedule them out so we're not just all sitting on top of each other, like all showing up at the same time. So I think the goal of the show is for the first hour, it'll just be you and I. Right. And then from 7 to 10, it'll be like a guest every 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Ish. But we see I'll go over the list of people who are good to come in, and then we just need to kind of figure out that list and then add in anyone that we want to add in.
And then we can, place bets as to who do we think will be the first one who cusses.
Yeah. Good. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys. Out of trivia into commercials. We'll talk about it most of the morning. Our Cool Guy tournament. 32 man and woman tournaments going head-to-head, single elimination. I got a couple round one matchups. The number 1 seed taking on the number 16 seed on both sides of the brackets. So we're going to run down those top of the 8 o'clock hour. Going to quiz Marshall in the face. It is National Ohio Day. So we're going to play Ohio or not. I'm going to give Marshall a celebrity. He's got to tell me whether they were born in Ohio or not. Pretty simple. And then we'll get to the top at 8 o'clock hour. A couple beer-related stories. New beer mile records have been set. And then we've got a report on what states, what beer are they drinking more than anything else. So we'll get to that as well. And then, of course, into Marshall's Music News before we wrap it up here on a Tuesday. So if we do the math, not counting today, starting tomorrow, 15 shows left. Damn, 15, that's it. Three work weeks of shows starting counting tomorrow. We're only going to take 1 day off between now and my last day on the 24th. Marshall's taking the 15th off because he'll be coming back from Rockville. Other than that, it's a full week's worth of shows this week and next week. And then, of course, my last week, the 24th, day before Thanksgiving, final show before I move. Yeah, Rhett, so the plan is, because I was talking to my wife the other day about that, and we're just trying to figure everything out because obviously we're packing, getting stuff ready. My wife is staying here, so I'm doing my best to not ditch out under too much, doing fun stuff, saying goodbye. But I think we're going to try to pick a Sunday. Well, depends. If some of the breweries are open on Sunday, I'll have to look into that. And we're going to try to pick a Saturday or Sunday, I think is the plan. I think that's just going to be the easiest. So, because I don't think it'll be this Sunday. Well, shit. It may have to be the 14th. I'll double check. I'll let you know for sure, though. We're still trying to figure that out. I want to make it all happen. It's National Come See Me for Lunch Day. Holly, when? Okay. I don't think I could do today. When do you work? Do you work like every day? Let's see. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We've got a meeting at 11. I could do tomorrow if you work. Do you work tomorrow? Let me know. I could probably do tomorrow. I could probably do lunch tomorrow. Don't smile when you say it. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with the show here or anything here. I'm really excited about Austin. That's all it is, man. I'm really, really, really excited. So that's why the smile is there. Yeah. Sean, I don't disagree. I think you can ditch meetings at this point, but I kind of disagree. I still have too many weeks not to, upset anybody, so I'll go to meetings. Go ahead and admit it. It's Marshall, isn't it? I admitted that a long time
What's
ago.
that?
Greg. Because I was talking about, I was doing the math on the last days and, trying to meet up with Rhett in Hilton Head Bluffton. And then Greg said, don't smile when you're talking about it. I'm like, hey, it's just, I'm excited about the opportunity. It's Austin. Then that's when Greg said, go ahead and admit it. It's Marshall, isn't it?
Oh, I'm the reason you're leaving?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Holly works tomorrow. Okay, Holly, the plan is I will come have lunch tomorrow. Buffalo Wild Wings Pooler.
Cotter's a big-time promise guy. When he says something, he'll definitely do it.
Well, the beauty of that is it's easy. I could just hang here for a while, then I just go straight there to have lunch. Done and done.
He's a big done and done guy. I don't know what it is about the witching hour of between 7:50 and 8:12, but it's now my poop time. So I just poop now, everybody.
You're regular. That's fine.
I don't know. It used to be, I think I'm finally getting morning show regular because I would previously, 10:30 is when I would naturally go poop every day. And I could almost call it. I could almost, like Babe Ruth pointing the bat out to center field, when he's like, oh, I'm going to hit a dinger right here. I could look at a clock, and as long as it was close to 10:30, I'd be like, I will be pooping somewhere soon now. And it seems like over the last 2 weeks, my body DNA, my culture, my biorhythms, which was a sweet band that we used to play on a radio station in Illinois, has changed to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So I want everyone to know that. Sean goes, done and dunner. Are you one-upping Cotter? A-Dub Jr.? Yeah, maybe, Greg. I don't know. I definitely don't have the bowel movements that A-Dub does.
He's a professional.
He's an all-timer.
Yeah, no. If there was a Mount Rushmore, his ass would be on it.
Wow. Just his ass.
Well, I mean, it's Mount Rushmore of shits, yeah.
Yeah. Shouldn't it be a pile of shit then? Then you put like a little toothpick and his name on.
His name on it?
Yeah.
All right, I've doubled up on coffee. I'll be right back.
I don't know what kind of night Cotter had last night, but this dude needing 2 cups of coffee, it's mostly unheard of. He's generally a 1-cupper. An A cup, depending on the season, a B cup. But he definitely needed an extra set of coffee today. Glad he's diving into it. We're going to have to ask him what he did last night. Maybe he had some wild, sexy time, Maybe he stayed up all night shooting heroin or whatever he did. We'll find out. We'll find out, guys. So coming up later today, Morbius, which is that new Spider-Man movie with Jared Leto? Yeah, whatever. He's going to be, or they're going to be releasing a new trailer for it. So once again, Morbius, which is the vampire Spider-Man film, which was supposed to come out like a year ago. It's coming out early next year. They're releasing a new trailer for that. What were you doing? Why are you need a second cup of coffee? Are you okay?
I just getting everything ready. It's kind of, we've had some late nights. We've been doing a lot of stuff.
How late of a night did you have last night?
I didn't get to bed until after 11.
Jesus.
I had to write trivia for tonight, and then went ahead and got Trivia Thursday done. There's a lot going on right now, obviously, so just been busy.
Get your shit together.
I'm trying. Trying.
Tony called her shot. I was like, I wonder what's going on with him. Tony goes, stress and extra housework. Pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
And Rhett, thank you so much for that reminder. Braves tonight, 8 o'clock. We're clinching the World Series tonight, as we called it.
Braves in 6.
As we called it. What do we get for calling the World Series? When the Braves win tonight, what prize do we deserve?
Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe, like game-worn jerseys.
I think so.
I think that'd be awesome. I'd take that.
Yeah. I want, I'll take Freddie Freeman's.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got under 3 minutes.
Greg says, been doing a lot of stuff is the code for cocaine. # asking for a friend.
I'd be awake if I was doing a lot of cocaine, right? Be like, I'm wired. Let's go.
After a night of doing it, though, coming off it.
Well, maybe I should do more in the morning to keep me going.
I was trying to get you to do heroin this morning.
Nah, I don't know.
So my wife bought the new car last night, and I had to call Progressive to put the car on my insurance. And usually when you go buy a new car, the car dealership will make you go through the car insurance process.
Yeah.
And it's weird because we went through CarMax and they didn't have us do that at all. I mean,
really?
they would have let us just drive off the lot with no insurance at all.
You're fine. Good to go.
I'm sure everything will be fine. And I was like, nah, I'll go ahead and I'll call Progressive real quick. I'm like, just give me that VIN number.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But I was kind of surprised putting full coverage on this brand new vehicle. It only added $20 a month.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah, I was expecting it to go a lot higher.
Okay.
Greg says I have an old Braves jersey that they were nice enough to give me. Wait, who the hell gave you a Braves jersey?
See what swag the big guy can get us?
Now, big guy is not even actually going to Atlanta this week. Amy Zimmer.
Yeah.
The blonde hair girl who's kind of like the other sports person at WJCL. She's there. She spent 10 hours at the Battery. I follow Amy on Twitter. They had to get into a spot because there was over 100,000 people down in the Battery for game number 5.
Holy crap.
So they had to pretty much get into a spot early and just stay there the entire time. So they were there for 10 hours.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, on Sunday night. Steve goes, LOL, I just like the smell of cocaine in the 80s.
That was when we went to WrestleMania a few years ago. We went to somebody did a podcast with a live show, and they had JBL, Bradshaw, come in as a guest. And he was telling stories about just the drugs and all the drugs. And his big thing was cocaine, hell of a drug, but I just like the smell of it. I mean, that was kind of his thing. Then he had the whole crowd chanting drugs. So it was actually kind of funny. All right, guys, be right back. Who is the coolest current celebrity out there? Guy, girl, it doesn't matter. Well, we put together the Cotter and Marshall Cool Guy Tournament, and we need your help to determine the winner. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show, the stream. Get on it. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hang out with the Horde while you're there. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe. So this kind of just happened by a chance. You're hanging out here with the Horde, talking about the coolest people, celebrity-wise. And we decided to put together a 32-person cool guy tournament.
Exactly. Once again, this is one of the benefits of hanging out with us every morning on the stream. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just search the Cotter and Marshall Show. We're here for 4 hours hanging out with you, talking about all sorts of crazy stuff. And, yeah, we got into a conversation about Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Talking about how cool he was.
Yeah.
How he would just show up to weddings and stop and take pictures of people, pay for meals, pay for drinks without you knowing. Bill Murray is just this enigma. And he'd come into house parties and just hang out for 5 minutes, then disappear like a ghost. He's the goat of ghosts. Yeah, there's something there. I feel like someone should trademark that. Anyway, Bill Murray was the coolest. So we got into a conversation who are the other coolest guys in the world right now? So we started dropping names like Keanu Reeves and Robert Downey Jr., Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters, Chris Pratt, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, who didn't make the list, Dave DeVito, Corey Taylor. I mean, we just dropped down a bunch of cool guys, and we made this tournament.
So what we're going to do is we'll have the entire bracket posted to the website after the show this morning. But we're going to have 2 head-to-head matchups every day on the Rock 1061 Facebook page. We'll talk about them every morning, let you know who's going against each other, and then you guys will be able to go and vote, and then it's one and done, single elimination. Whoever wins that matchup moves on to the next round. So we'll get to 2 matchups today. The first matchup, it's a number 1 seed versus a 16 seed. We got Ryan Reynolds, who's a strong number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Against Guy Fieri at number 16.
So Ryan Reynolds, you know him for Deadpool, the Mint Mobile commercials,
yes,
the Aviation Gin commercials, his absolute rivalry with Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is one of the coolest cool guys of all time, in my personal opinion. But we currently have the poll, the matchup currently up at rock1061.com. We need your votes because we have to determine this first round 1 matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I think Guy Fieri deserves to be on this list. I think a 16 seed is a good spot for him.
He's the mayor of Flavortown, baby.
I feel bad. I do feel like he's kind of like the sacrificial lamb to Ryan Reynolds' abs.
Well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. But once again, Guy Fieri, I mean, I don't know why. Every single New Year's Eve, there's always a marathon of diners, drive-ins, and dives. I watch at least 8 hours of it. I don't know why. It's just like my happy place.
I mean, is he kind of it's like the Limp Bizkit thing kind of became, just a joke. But now he's got this weird renaissance where people are seeing him in a new light and a new form of respect.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a big-time Raiders fan. He goes to Slipknot shows with his kids all the time. I kind of love Guy Fieri. I kind of love the guy. He's the mayor, once again, mayor of Flavortown.
Well, he's taking on Ryan Reynolds in this first round matchup. You can vote now on the Rock 1061 Facebook page. Super easy. Just vote in the comments. And we've got another round 1 matchup. That's going to be the Facebook page here in about 20 minutes. We'll tell you who's on the other side of the bracket, the 1 and the 16 seed. Coming up next, Cool Guy Tournament, Cotter and Marshall. Here's Guns N' Roses, Rock 1061.
Once again, guys, go ahead and go to our Facebook page and drop in your votes. I'll drop in the link just so you don't have to try too hard this morning. It's very early. I don't want to try either. But we'll share what that next matchup is here after. What are we playing right now? Is this Volbeat?
No, Guns N' Roses.
Oh, it's Hard School.
Hard School.
Gotcha.
Ooh, Guy got another vote on the Facebook page. It's 2. I think Ryan Reynolds is good for the win here on this one.
Well, I mean, he is the number 1 seed.
I mean, so it's like, this first side of the bracket, it's Ryan Reynolds, Guy Fieri. 8 and 9 seeds, Nick Offerman, Chris Pratt.
I think it's a good matchup.
Both Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec matchup.
Number 5 and 12 matchup, Snoop Dogg, Robert De Niro. I think that's an interesting one.
Okay.
And then Bill Murray, who's a 4 seed, taking on Steve Buscemi. I think that's tougher than you think. I think Bill Murray gets the win, but I think that's going to be closer than we expect.
Did you see the Steve Buscemi story that came out yesterday?
Yes, his Halloween costume?
Yes, his Halloween costume. Yeah, so there's that meme of Steve Buscemi who said, "Hello, fellow cool kids." And he's got like a skateboard and a backwards cap. He dressed up as him for Halloween and handed out candy in New York. So I thought that was really funny.
Now, I think the biggest potential for a round 1 major upset comes in the right-hand side of the bracket. I think it's the 3 and 14 Corey Taylor, Danny DeVito matchup. I wouldn't be shocked if DeVito beats Corey Taylor.
That would be a big upset.
I would not be surprised if we see an upset there.
I was kind of thinking a little bit. I think Seth Rogen may take down Dave Grohl at number 2. Seth Rogen's currently.
You think so?
He's a 15 seed.
I mean, Dave Grohl is like is like a pick to win this whole thing.
I know, but I kind of feel like that's the one that people could flip. People could flip that one.
Okay. We'll find out.
But, so today's first round matchups that we're sharing with you, Ryan Reynolds versus Guy Fieri. You can actually check out that and vote on it currently at the Rock 1061 Facebook page. The link is currently in the stream chat. It's the last comment there. And then we'll announce the next matchup here in just a moment. Holly, once again, go to the Facebook page and vote there. We're going to accumulate all the votes there. But,
we can't keep track of everything in 12 different spots. Sorry.
Yep, just the one spot.
It's us, not you. It's us. Excuse me.
But so we'll announce our our second match of the day here in 20 seconds.
Yeah, Sean, it is guys and girls.
Oh, there's some ladies on this list.
Dolly Parton's on the list.
Charlize Theron.
Yep, we'll get to that in a second. We'll be right back. The Cotter and Marshall Cool Guy Tournament. It is a single elimination tournament. Need your help to determine who is the coolest guy or gal on the planet. So just moments ago, we talked about one first-round matchup we got on the Facebook page today. Number 1 seed Ryan Reynolds taking on the number 16 seed Guy Fieri in their Cool Guy Tournament.
Now that I think about this was a really high idea that we had, and we did this completely sober.
That's true.
Yeah,
is that good?
Yeah, this is like one of those things that you talk about with your friends when you get really too stoned, and then you never follow up on it. We did it sober, and we're actually doing it. So
yeah, I know.
Kudos to us.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's because we were sober. That's why we're following up.
Yeah.
So right now you can vote in the Ryan and Guy matchup on the Rock 106.1 Facebook page. Coming up here in about 15 minutes. Posted to the Facebook page will be the second first-round matchup. Number 1 seed Robert Downey Jr. taking on the number 16 seed Stephen Colbert.
This is a great matchup.
I mean, I think RDJ has it. I mean, I think Iron Man, everything he's done, I think he'll get the win here. But I love Stephen Colbert, man. That dude is amazing.
So I knew a girl in Las Vegas who actually had a list of her husbands tattooed on her, and they had like crosses through their names. Husbands.
Okay.
And so she got this after each divorce. She'd cross out her husband's name, and then she determined that she would never get married again, but she added one name. It was Robert Downey Jr. So, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is close to many ladies and guys' hearts because obviously he's Iron Man, baby.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of respect for how he's just turned his life around. Mm-hmm. In the 80s and 90s, that dude was on a one-way trip to probably dying very young.
Big-time drug guy like you.
Big-time drug guy. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, managed to turn it around. Became one of the linchpins in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, I mean, as much as I like Stephen Colbert, how do you vote against Robert Downey Jr. in this matchup?
I mean, the love of Stephen Colbert has to run strong through your veins here.
Yes.
Obviously, he took over for David Letterman. His work with the Daily Show. Was it Daily Show?
Yeah. It started with the Daily Show, then the Colbert Report.
Yeah, I mean, 2 amazing shows. Fell in love with that guy. I really haven't followed him too much ever since he went to late nights. But man, this is a great round 1 matchup for our Cool Guy Tournament.
All right, so once again, 2 first-round matchups you can vote on today. Ryan Reynolds, Guy Fieri. You can vote right now on the Rock 106.1 Facebook page. Coming up in just minutes, the second round 1 matchup, Robert Downey Jr. taking on Stephen Colbert. Need your help to determine the coolest guy or girl on the planet. We'll have the entire bracket posted to the Rock 106.1 website here after the show. It is Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Mila Kunis did not make the list. Gary Sinise did not make the list, Simic, but Keanu Reeves did make the list. And he actually, I believe he's a number
2 seed.
He's a number 2 seed on the tournament. Once again, we'll post the full bracket a little later on this afternoon after the show at the website. We'll be able to share that with you guys. But go ahead and feel free to stop by our Facebook page, vote on who you think the cooler guy is. And, of course, that second-round matchup, when did you say that goes up?
Here in about 15 minutes.
Okay, at 8:30 today, the second of the 2 matchups we'll do each day will be up.
Yeah, there's a couple interesting matchups that, it's like, all right, these could kind of go either way. So I'm interested to see where you guys take this. Man, yeah, Dave Grohl and Seth Rogen, now that they brought that up, because I just like Dave Grohl, Final Four, man. He's going to make it. It's an excellent point.
I'm interested to see what upsets we'll see on this list.
Yeah.
Because the internet is always undefeated, and it can be vicious.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? I'm Betty White, deep run into this tournament.
Oh, 100%.
Deep run. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, whoever makes it out, Dave Grohl, Seth Rogen, I mean, she could be a Final Four candidate.
Now, looking at all these matchups, Cotter, and once again, we'll reveal the full matchups. You know the one that actually hurts my heart to see?
Which one?
Nicolas Cage versus Dolly Parton.
So tough, right?
It just hurts my soul. I love both of those people so much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, am I going just for the bizarre craziness, absolute madness that is Nicolas Cage? Or do I want to go just for one of the greatest human beings on the planet that is Dolly Parton? Each cool in completely different ways.
Yeah, I mean, and then at that point, I think I have to vote with my heart when it comes to these, and I would sadly have to say that I would choose Nicolas Cage over Dolly Parton. I would. I'd have to vote with my heart. Which one has brought me more happiness? And I'm not going to lie, it would be Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
I know, and it hurts my soul to say that.
This is tough. All right. Yeah, we'll get that whole thing posted up, and then we'll have the next first round matchup, and we'll just bounce back and forth. It times out perfectly. We'll be able to do the finals. Will be on the 23rd, and we'll announce the winner of the Cool Guy bracket on my final day on the 24th.
So coming up next, we have a quick little story before we get into Quizzed in the Face about Tropicana toothpaste. Yeah, I'm talking about Tropicana, like orange juice. They have a toothpaste.
Because, you always hear just how bad, if you brush your teeth and then drink orange juice, it just tastes, like garbage. They're fixing that.
Are you a big orange juice guy?
It's funny because it's like, I do like orange juice. And if it's in the house, I will drink it. But I don't usually buy it.
Pulp or no pulp?
Get the pulp out of there. That stuff's disgusting.
Right.
It's like feathers down your throat.
Feathers down your throat.
No,
that's a way to explain it.
Anybody who drinks pulp-filled orange juice is a monster.
Wow. You know who hated pulp-filled orange juice?
Who?
Tony Soprano.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I just watched that episode the other day.
It's just so, it's so gross. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, we got a quick story on some Tropicana toothpaste. Greg says keep the pulp.
Really?
I don't mind a little pulp. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind a little pulp, but if it's heavy pulp, it's weird that there is even why is that even an option?
Heavy pulp?
Yeah, the heavy pulp. Yeah, I don't want to chew my drink. It's a little weird.
You a fan of? You mentioned it earlier. Taking the vodka and orange juice. Still, would you drink a screwdriver? It's been a really long time since I've had one.
I'm not really a vodka guy anymore.
Yeah.
I was when I was 16 because I didn't know what alcohol tasted like. I just drank whatever was put in front of me.
Sure.
So no, I don't care for vodka anymore. If it's mixed with something else, maybe every once in a while I'll have some sort of vodka drink,
right.
But I really don't mess with it. Okay. I would say like a White Russian, like a classic White Russian with vodka. I'll probably do that once or twice a year.
Bloody Mary?
Once or twice a year.
Okay.
Yeah, like those traditional drinks when you essentially can't taste the vodka.
Yeah.
I'll have those once
fair.
or twice a year. But generally, I'd rather have it replaced with like a white rum or something.
Okay, I get that.
Generally, is a good substitute.
Yeah, Bloody Marys are those drinks to where it's like I really love them and I feel I should drink them more often, but I very rarely have a Bloody Mary.
I think you have to be suffering from one of the worst hangovers in your life to get one. Or you just have to really be in the mood.
Sure.
My friend Brent Stortzum, he's a big-time Bloody Mary guy. And when I went to go spend a week in Tennessee this past summer,
right?
The night before, he called our shot. He's like, dude, we're going to get Bloody Marys in the morning. And I'm like, hell yeah, we are. Let's go. Let's do this. And I had one of the best not White Russians, Bloody Marys, in downtown Nashville that day.
Right.
So good.
Yeah.
Just hit the spot.
Yeah. I love a good Bloody Mary. Now, was this a Bloody Mary that was loaded with extra stuff that was just stupid?
Yeah, it had 27 olives and little gherkin pickles
digging
and stuff.
Through all the accoutrements just to get to your drink.
The cheeses, the pepper jacks and stuff.
Yeah, I want, when I have a Bloody Mary, you cannot give me enough olives. I want all of the olives.
Yeah. And once again, there's incredibly salty things. They're supposed to help you cure your hangover from the night before. Max says mimosas all the way. Simic loves White Russians.
White Russians are fantastic.
Sean says, I call them vodka mimosas. They sound fancier.
Mimosas, I'm just not a big champagne guy. So mimosas, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't like them.
Max says, not too big on the OJ, but mimosas I will do.
Yeah.
And Sean says, I cannot drink Bloody Marys. Really? A good Bloody Mary hits the spot, though.
So good. Nice and spicy.
Nice and spicy.
I will say, and I haven't had them in a while, but during the pandemic, I was doing a lot of Moscow Mules, which was vodka.
Yeah, I don't care for, honestly, I don't like mules because I don't like the cup.
I don't do the cup when at my house. Yeah. I just make it in a glass.
Yeah, with I don't know, like the copper Moscow Mule cup. I don't know why I hate it.
Yeah, it does give it a weird flavor sometimes. It can affect, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's like sometimes you get a Moscow Mule at a bar. I like mine with lots of the ginger beer. I like lots of carbonation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get some to where there's like no carbonation and it's gross. I like it's like almost drinking a soda.
Yeah, I don't like a cup that sweats more than me. Personally,
fair enough.
I don't care for that. I don't like there to be like a pool of water after I get half done drinking my drink. Right. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Not a fan of that cup.
Holly, what is cold coffee moonshine? That sounds kind of crazy.
Now that I've started to drink coffee, I've started drinking coffee over the last like 2-3 years. I actually love the taste of coffee in almost everything now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like there's, like I said, several things you can put in a beer. I'm in. Coffee, coconut, vanilla. You throw those because it could be a stout, it could be a lager. I mean, all three of those things kind of work with everything. If those three things are in a beer, either together or individually, I'm in. May not like it, but I'm in to try it. Chances are it'll be okay.
Yeah, I love just about coffee. And like I was thinking about, like you put coffee and chocolate, I eat that.
You can.
Yeah, coffee and beer.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Coffee and coffee. Obviously, I know I like that. I mean, just coffee and moonshine. I think I would probably like that as well. Elaine says cold coffee moonshine is made by Old Smoky. Oh, funny enough, I actually walked by Old Smoky moonshine in Nashville. They have a distillery downtown there. Did not walk in.
We got under 90 seconds.
All right, guys, jumping into a story about once again Tropicana toothpaste. Tropicana toothpaste. It exists. Elaine suggests Crown Peach with sweet tea. Oh, nice. I actually have Crown Peach in my house.
Not a big peach guy, but I can see where if you were Crown Peach and sweet tea, it'd probably be pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. You're a sweet tea guy, aren't you?
Love sweet tea. And it's funny now when it's like if you ever go any place, north, and he was like, "Can I get a sweet tea?" I can give you sugar. You can put it in your tea. No, it's not the same. But okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Old Smoky, Tennessee, Moonshine, Mountain Java.
Damn.
That sounds amazing. Now I need someone to bring me in a cup of coffee. Whoever's driving into work, get me that.
All right, guys, be right back. So the combination of orange juice and toothpaste, historically bad. One question I've always had, though. Marshall, once I brush my teeth, I'm done eating and drinking for the day. It's like I brush my teeth. If I brush my teeth in the morning, I usually do it after I've had my cup of coffee if I'm going to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So who's brushing their teeth and then going, you know what sounds good right now? Big glass of OJ.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to slug a glass of orange juice before I hit the hay. So a little weird combination, but apparently Tropicana is having some fun with the whole idea of this. I don't know. It's not an urban myth.
It's utter garbage.
Yeah, but apparently they're having fun with this whole idea of this combination. So they are releasing a limited edition toothpaste, which supposedly doesn't ruin orange juice. They say it offers maximum OJ flavor protection.
Now, it comes without a certain ingredient that's a cleaning agent in most toothpaste, sodium lauryl sulfate, and that's what gives that bitter aftertaste when you drink OJ after brushing your teeth. Now, unfortunately, for big OJ fans out there that like to drink it after brushing your teeth, this isn't for sale yet, and the only way you can get some of this toothpaste is by winning it, and it's by going to Tropicana's social media page and sharing some stuff. If this takes off, and maybe they'll sell it. This seems like such a novelty, though.
Yeah, I mean, people are loving it. I mean, they've gotten quite a bit of reaction from their Instagram page. So once again, if you go to Instagram and just search for Tropicana_juices, you will see the packaging for the Tropicana toothpaste, and it looks lovely.
Yeah,
it looks real nice. And that's the only way that you can actually win this toothpaste, because once again, it's not on sale. But I'm not like running to try this. I don't think.
No.
And also, I'm not the first guy in the world to also drink orange juice either. I'm usually not in on orange juice. Give me coffee. Give me water. Give me a nice glass of skim milk in the morning.
Gross.
Not an OJ guy.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, Quizzed in the Face is coming up next. Marshall, I know your love of Ohio. Today is National Ohio Day. So we're going to play Ohio or not. I'm going to give you a celebrity. All you have to do is tell me whether or not they were born in the state of Ohio.
All right.
So we're going to play that coming up next. There's Bad Flower in 30. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
So the majority of people that I've met that live in this area have all told me they came here from New York and Ohio. It's ridiculous. You can't taste alcohol with the Crown Peach tea. Oh, that's good. Sometimes you don't want to. Give me a glass of sweet tea anyway. I love it. May get diabetes later, but I agree. Simic, he goes, I wrote a joke. Did you see it? Yes, I read it, but I'm not going to repeat it out loud.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I'll let everyone else enjoy it on their own time.
Oh, yeah. There you go. All right, 3 minutes. We get the Quizzed in the Face.
So what's your assumption right here? Am I going to kill this? What do you think? A 50-50 shot? Am I going 5 for 10 type of deal?
I think it'd be more 50-50 just because it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. There's really nothing to base it off of. So, I think 50-50 is probably where it'll end up.
Okay. Let's pray for the best then. Do our very best. Lane says try Crown Vanilla with strawberry lemonade. Oh, my God. That does sound delicious.
That sounds good.
It sounds like I'd have one, though. Strawberry lemonade's so damn sweet. Lane goes, y'all are making me so damn thirsty. Well, we are looking good this morning. Oh, you're not talking about that? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Also, I just want to drink, too.
Wrong kind of thirsty.
Hey. Oh. All right, we're a little less than 2 minutes from coming back, doing Quiz in the Face. Then we'll talk the beer mile, and then got another story on beer consumption through the pandemic that we found. And then we'll wrap up the day with some Marshall's music news. I haven't done a good just birthdays in the month of in a long time. So we're just going to do some November birthdays, Cotter.
Oh, I like it.
For one of our music news stories. We'll also dive into Slayer having some big-time regret in regards to their retirement. Another member of their crew has stated, maybe we made a mistake.
You can get back together. Motley Crue did. They have a contract.
Yeah, the thing is, the kind of main linchpin to Slayer doesn't really want to. And then we'll wrap up music news today with Iron Maiden. Bruce Dickinson is actually going to be doing a one-man show here in North America, doing like a string of like 30 different stops, but not the way you think. He's not going solo. He's going, reading solo. It's weird.
All right. Under a minute, Quizzed in the Face. Once again, show flying by, man. Flying by.
I'm glad to hear you. Did you drink all of your second glass of coffee? Okay, you're riding the wave right now.
I'm good right now.
You're riding the caffeine wave.
So good.
I could tell. There's a big difference between...
This is 2 cups of coffee, Cotter, right here.
There's a big difference between down Cotter and caffeinated Cotter. Is it too early to wear my Grinch shirt? Oh, that's a question. What do you say, Cotter? Can people start wearing Christmas stuff yet?
No.
What's the date? What date do we give them? November 15th? Give them a good 6 weeks or 7 weeks?
To me, Christmas attire is after Thanksgiving. You want to decorate? I'll give you decorating your house earlier. Christmas attire, though, I think it's after Thanksgiving.
So my neighbors, a couple houses down.
Oh, here we go, guys. It is time to quiz Marshall in the face. Today is National Ohio Day, and in honor of Marshall's love of the fine state of Ohio, we're going to play Ohio or not.
Ohio's a pit, right? Everyone agrees. Like, there's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yep.
There's the National Football League Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And honestly, I can't think of anything else I would ever want to go to Ohio for.
My kid lives there, so I would go visit my child in Ohio.
Okay, well, that's not my kid.
No, I know. I'm not asking you to go visit.
Yeah.
But I'd go visit my kid in Ohio.
I mean, there's no. Can you think of any other reason? Skyline Chili? I'll pass.
Okay.
Garbage.
We can get into that different time. Never mind. We'll save that for the stream. But no, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is outside of my kid, the only thing that I'd be like, you know what? I'd go see that in Ohio.
Cleveland Browns.
Nope.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Nope.
Cleveland, not Indians. Sorry, Guardians.
Guardians. No. I mean, yeah. Give me the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's it. All right. So anyway, I'm going to give you a name of celebrities, and you just have to tell me whether or not they were born in Ohio.
Okay.
So we're going to start up with just one of the iconic, I guess, potential cheaters in Major League Baseball. Pete Rose played for the Reds.
He did.
But was he born in Ohio?
Ooh, that's a great question. Good one to start off with. Once again, quiz in the face. I don't remember ever hearing that he was a hometown boy to Ohio. I'm going to say he's not born in Ohio.
Wrong again.
Oh, really?
Born in Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah.
And he played for the Reds?
I had no idea.
That he cheated for them? Okay. All right.
All right. Number 2, Oscar-winning actress, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Is she from Ohio? Let's see.
Is she from Ohio?
I just imagine like every celebrity escaped Ohio. So I almost want to say yes for every single one of these. That would probably be bad for my game, though. I'm going to say no. No, she's not from Ohio.
Wrong again.
Really?
Come on. She's from Cleveland.
Cleveland does not rock.
I will say the sexiest thing to come out of Cleveland may be Halle Berry.
Possibly.
I mean, just saying. All right, number 3. You're over 2 so far.
Not going well.
In Ohio or not. Number 3, the 22nd and 24th president of the United States, Grover Cleveland.
I'm a big-time Grover fan.
Yeah, I figured.
You know this.
I knew.
One of my favorite presidents of all time, known for his incredible works and philanthropies.
Is Grover Cleveland from Ohio.
There was like only 12 states to be from when he was president. I'm going to say no. Eventually, I'll be right.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Grover Cleveland from New Jersey.
Obviously.
What's the bigger armpit, Ohio or New Jersey?
Ooh.
Dude, I've been to both.
Right.
New Jersey's worse. When we went to New Jersey, I can't think of the town we're in, it seriously looked like we went back in time to the 70s.
Right.
Except for the cars were somewhat newer. I feared for my life in New Jersey.
Well, I know the Sopranos do a lot of work in the area of New Jersey.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and say Ohio's still the bigger one.
Okay, fair enough.
Love the Sopranos.
All right, you're 1 for 3 so far. Here we go.
Gabagool.
Ohio or not, quizzed in the face. Number 4, 19th president of the United States, Rutherford B. Hayes.
He did a lot of president research on this. Just because the last one, Grover, wasn't from Ohio, I'm going to say Rutherford was.
That is correct.
Nice.
He was born in Delaware, Ohio.
That's a town?
That's a town.
Huh. All right.
All right, so one more to go, then we'll take a break. Ohio or not, you are 2 for 4. Tiger Woods, pro golfer, somewhat of a mess, throughout his life at different times.
Just depends on the amount of drugs he's taken.
Is Tiger Woods from Ohio or not?
Ooh, that's a great one. Let's see. We had Ohio, not. I'm going to say, yeah, he is from Ohio.
Wrong again.
Ah, come on.
Tiger Woods is from California.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have guessed Florida with what he does.
All right, 2 for 5. A little rough start.
Yeah.
For Ohio or not, but we'll continue it next. Coming up, more quizzed in the face. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Let's see. Greg says, you guys better let Mac wear her Grinch shirt. If not, next thing you know, you're in HR explaining that you don't ask her to go to work topless. Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
You can wear your Grinch shirt.
Greg says, I would never, but noted, I shall wait another 2 weeks. Marshall is doing so well, he's like an Ohio savant. It's like he's from Ohio himself. That is probably true. Funny enough, a member of our staff is actually from Ohio, and I think she's about 10 feet away from us. Stacy's from Ohio.
You want to phone a friend? Maybe she can help.
I wonder if she has a good knowledge base of Ohio celebrities. Obviously, I don't. But guessing has gotten me 2 out of 5 at this point.
Yeah,
so.
2 out of 5.
I mean, it's not too shabby. I'm not doing the worst. I mean, I am the worst, but I am not doing the worst.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, after quizzing the face, guys, once again, last hour of the show, talking about the beer mile, and we'll wrap up the show with music news.
The second first-round matchup is now on the Rock 161 Facebook page. Robert Downey Jr., Stephen Colbert, Cool Guy Tournaments. So you can vote now on the Rock 161 Facebook page.
Ooh, we have ourselves a bot, but it's kind of like almost a real bot. It's Strazol. Says, want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers on bigfollows.com. Nah, I'm very, you know what, just because the show's ending and everything, I'm cool with my obscurity. I'm cool with not being very known at all. I just want to be mildly known.
Mild?
Yeah. I would like a small amount of viewers.
Well, we succeeded.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I mean, when we stream on a consistent basis, we do rather well when it comes to numbers, and our numbers have picked up massively over the last 3 weeks. We were down for a while because we kept going on vacations, and no one ever knew when we were on. So,
yeah, that happens.
Yeah, it's when you're actually working consistently. It's crazy to say good things happen.
So thank you guys, and we'll be consistent over the next couple weeks. We have 1 day off between now and the 24th.
Yeah, I'm taking the day after Welcome to Rockville off.
I think anybody going is taking that day off, so you won't be the only one.
Our coworker who's from Ohio just mumbled, "Ohio rocks." Do you have to say that when you get out of the state? You can't cross the border unless you say Ohio rocks. Steve goes Robert Downey Jr. Steve, once again, go ahead and vote on our Facebook page. I just dropped the link there for you. Just hit that link. Go to the post at the very top and just write in your votes. But yeah, RDJ, I think, is definitely going to win that one.
I think so. I mean, I like Colbert, but I don't think he's got a shot. Like I said, I do think there's some potential upsets, or we could have some. I'm going to this number 3 and 14 matchup. Corey Taylor, the number 3 seed. Danny DeVito at the 14 seed. I would not be shocked if Danny DeVito upset Corey Taylor.
There's definitely a possibility. I mean, he's the Penguin, man. And he's Frank Reynolds from not Are You Smarter? From Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some potentials for some upsets. I mean, you have it's a smaller of an upset, but you have the number 6 seed Dwayne The Rock Johnson going against number 11 seed Will Ferrell. I mean, if I had to vote, I love The Rock. I think I'd vote Ferrell over The Rock. I think I'd go with Will Ferrell.
It's a tough matchup.
I know.
So tonight, the Astros just announced an hour and a half ago that the Astros are turning to rookie Luis Garcia. He'll be pitching on short rest to stave off elimination in the Braves game tonight.
All right, Braves, light them up. Light them up.
So manager Dusty Baker said it's Garcia's turn to throw, and then he could always rely on a rested bullpen if everything goes poorly for the 24-year-old. Baker said, I think that he's the best for the job. We realize that he has had a short leash, but then everybody out there has had a short leash and operating on low rest or not full rest. Let's go, Braves. Braves in 6, as we said the entire time. Let's go. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys.
I agree.
There is no Game 7. It's not happening. The game tonight is in Houston, right?
Yes, next 2 games are in Houston.
Yeah, okay. Man, I wish they could have won in Atlanta. Damn it.
I know.
Damn it, I wish they could have won it Sunday night.
It would have been cool. All right, we're into some Aaron Jones Supercharged. After that, second half of Quizzed in the Face. What are you doing after work?
I'm making you drive me home.
Yep.
I've been driving the Rock 1061 vehicle for the last few weeks, and now that my wife just bought her car, who she should be driving to work at this very moment, I get to reclaim my car. So
that's good.
I'm going to have you drive me home, and then I got to start working on Quizzed in the Face, and then I've got to follow up on a bunch of stupid, my other duties things. Yeah. Duties.
Mm-hmm.
But we bought a vehicle for Rock 1061, and we haven't had it wrapped yet. So I'm actually following up with the people who wrap our vehicles, and hopefully we'll be getting that done here in the next few weeks, just in time for you to leave.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll have him hide your name in the wrap design.
There you go.
You live forever.
Oh.
You live forever.
Love it. All right, guys, 90 seconds.
Actually, you know what? I think I will have them hide our logo, just like very tiny, like in a corner.
Yeah.
I'll have the colors muted so it looks like it just blends right in.
Right. I like it.
But yeah, other than that, let's see. What do I got going on tonight? I do game night with my buddy who's a teacher up at West Point in New York area. I usually do that on Mondays, but I had to go buy a car with my wife. So I think tonight's game night with my buddy.
Nice.
I'm going to try to get a workout in, which is the first workout I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Which is quite embarrassing. And, that's kind of it. Like I said, just a bunch of work stuff. I got to do some voice work and some other silliness that, they pay me for here.
Yeah, I get it.
And on the stream yesterday, A-Dub said that I get to keep my job for next year. So
he did say it.
Yeah, he said that I am in the budget currently.
He also said I was in the budget. Let's be honest, I'm not in the budget.
Well, maybe. He could be planning. But I could be. I got a job for next year. At least for 2022, I plan on working for this company.
That's good. All right, guys.
At the moment.
We'll be right back. It's another round of Quiz in the Face. Marshall is 2 out of 5.
Not doing well.
This is one of those Quiz in the Face where there's really just nothing to base it off of. There really are guesses. It is National Ohio Day, so we're playing Ohio or not, giving you a celebrity. You just have to tell me whether or not they were born in the state of Ohio. So like I said, 2 out of 5. Let's move on. Number 6, John Travolta. Vinny Barbarino.
Ooh. Travolta seems like an Ohio guy. Yeah, he seems like one of those guys that completely escaped Ohio, became a big deal, then obviously lost it all and came back, and then lost it all and came back. I'm going to say John Travolta is from Ohio.
Wrong again.
Nah, come on. Really?
Back to New Jersey.
He's a Jersey boy.
He's a Jersey guy.
All right. I'm absolutely failing currently. 2 out of 6.
All right. Number 7, Olympic swimmer. Most gold medals in Olympic history. Michael Phelps. Is Michael Phelps from Ohio?
Now, here's the thing. He had a little tryst with with someone, a man woman, back years ago. Remember that story? I'm going to say he doesn't see a lot of that in Ohio because he's from Ohio. Michael Phelps is from Ohio.
Wrong again.
No, come on.
He's from Maryland.
Wow, I'm really failing here. Okay.
2 out of 7.
Okay, not doing great.
2 out of 7.
Not doing great.
All right, you got to get on a hot streak if you want to be at 50%.
Okay.
Number 8, Oscar-winning director. Maybe one of the, if not one of the best directors of our lifetime. Steven Spielberg.
Once again, I think immediately he escaped the hellscape that is Ohio to make it big in Hollywood. I am going to say he is from Ohio. That is correct.
That is correct.
Thank you.
All right. You're back. Back. 3 out of 8.
Yes.
We got 2 more to go. Inventor. Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. Oh, wow. Immediately, I don't think he's from Ohio. Once again, one of those old guys. There was like 3 states available to live in at that point. Back in the day. I'm going to say he's not from Ohio.
Wrong again.
Sorry. From Milan, Ohio.
Like the Milano cookies?
I don't know. And then like every other old person in Ohio moved down south, down to Florida.
Okay.
All right, so 3 out of 9, one more to go. Final one from Motley Crue. Their drummer, Tommy Lee. Is Tommy Lee from Ohio?
He's obviously a big-time California guy. Spent a lot of time, lives there currently. Is he an Ohio guy? Now, he went to college in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Well, technically for a TV show.
Yeah.
And then he spent a lot of time. You know what? I'm just going to say yes, he's from Ohio.
Wrong again.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
He was actually born in Athens, Greece.
What?
A military guy. Was born in Athens, Greece.
Yeah. I read the dirt. You think I would actually know that. It's been a long time. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb.
3 out of 10. Like I said, it was tough because it's just a 50-50 shot.
That's it. That's quite embarrassing.
3 out of 9. There you go. Quizzed in the face. Coming up after 9 o'clock, I got a couple stories about beer. We got to talk about the beer mile. A new world record was recently set. So we'll talk about that after 9. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right. Hold on one second. I got a listener here picking up Welcome to Rockville tickets.
Oh, okay.
And then let's bring in Stacy from she's from Ohio.
Yeah.
I want to ask her a couple things about.
What? Oh, there you go. Like when you were there? Really?
Like she's about the same age as me. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. What sorority were you part of?
Pi Beta Phi.
What school did you go to?
University of Toledo.
Oh, okay. Did you major in radio? Did you go to school for radio?
No. If I told you what my major was in, you would die. Pre-kindergarten through 3rd grade education.
Okay. No, I can see that.
Yeah.
That was the only, not pre-K, but teaching was the only other thing I thought about going to school for.
Right, because you had summers off. And so I always was like a plan ahead person. So I like planned ahead thinking I want my summers off with kids down the road.
Yeah,
I
that
always
makes
knew
sense.
I wanted kids.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we are joined in studio with Stacy from Hot 98.3.
Hello.
Stacy.
Yes.
What the f is wrong with Ohio?
There's nothing wrong with Ohio. You've clearly never been to Slyman's because that place.
What's Slyman's?
Google it. You get corned beef sandwiches
Bring the mic closer to you.
Sorry, you get corned beef sandwiches this big, the size of your face. There's Little Italy. OMG. There's their Greek Fest, puts ours off the map.
Explain Skyline Chili. Try to
oh my gosh, I got a ticket almost when I was pregnant with going to Skyline Chili because they close at 9. Ohio State troopers don't play, right? I was going 90 because I had a craving for it. And he's like, why are you speeding? And I said, well, here's why. Because I'm pregnant and I want Skyline and it closes in 15 minutes and he let me go. But it is spaghetti.
Rationalize to me that it's an actual good food product.
It is. Like, it sounds gross and you have to be in the mood for it. Like, I don't go to Ohio much anymore. I know.
Because it's so terrible.
It's cold and I don't like snow. But it's spaghetti, and then you could choose whether you want onions or not, and then it's a spaghetti sauce / chili, but it's sweeter. So it's almost like a sweet, chunky spaghetti sauce, but it's supposed to be chili with cheese and sour cream.
Okay, I've got questions.
False advertising.
I've got questions about Skyline
It's not chili.
Because Jake from Bob 106.9 is a big advocate of Skyline Chili.
Yeah.
So it looks watery.
No,
it looks thin. It doesn't look like a thick chili.
No, and every time I've gone, and it's the one on Stowe Road, I mean, I think it's close to where your kid lives, actually. That one in Stowe.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
Like, I don't know the Cincinnati version, but the one in Stowe is good.
So, obviously, the secret ingredient is cinnamon. That's what Elaine says here. How secret is it if everyone knows it's cinnamon? What the hell's going on?
They won't give you the whole recipe. And you could buy the sauce in cans. I'll bring it for you next time I go. Or my parents are coming for Thanksgiving. I'll bring it for you.
I think you can buy it. I've seen it here. Don't they have it in stores here?
Is it here?
I don't know if it's the same, though. Like, my mom can go to the place and, like, get it for you, and freeze it and bring it down.
A Torture Tuesday should be one of us has to eat a can of Skyline chili on the air. Yeah.
It's like dog food out of there. It's not the same. I promise. It's not the same as going to the place.
All right, so name some stuff in Ohio that's not terrible. Don't include your family.
All the museums.
That's boring.
Playhouse District. Oh, the Playhouse District. They have amazing shows from Phantom of the Opera. Like I like that kind of stuff.
So Broadway, but just a shitty version.
No, they also have the Nautica Pavilion outside for huge shows and festivals. They have the.
I got that here. I got stuff.
You don't have the Gund Arena where the Cavaliers play. I don't know what it's called now, but it was the Gund.
So we don't have a shitty basketball team. Correct.
Correct. Oh. Look, we may have, and have you seen our Brown Stadium? And look, we may have shitty teams, but we are loyal AF. Like, we will never.
So, once again, outside of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And the
Science Center, the Great Lakes Science Center.
And the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
In Canton, yeah.
Name one unique reason why I would ever step inside the state lines.
Ohio State.
Pass.
Columbus.
Michigan
Why?
fan.
They have Bison Burger. Oh, ew. State or the blue and yellow?
Both. I like them both equally.
They played a great game, by the way. The Great Lakes Science Center, Slyman's, Little Italy, all the museums. They have like this whole, they have mummies and like they had the Hope Diamond for a while. Like the museums are insane.
I love you. You know that, right?
You need to go to Cleveland with me. Just one time.
Okay.
We'll take a fly trip. It's like $89 round trip on Allegiant.
Why do you think it's so cheap to go to Ohio?
Because it's cold. It's not a tropical destination by any means.
Boy.
Kalahari?
What's Kalahari?
What is that?
You don't know what Kalahari is? It's a indoor water park with a wave pool and water slides. You ever see those like America's Funniest where they go around and it looks like a raft?
Yeah.
And it looks like a toilet bowl? Mm-hmm. They got those. So my family
so Ohio has the largest
going like around forever.
So Ohio has the largest toilet bowl in America.
No, it's not.
Or is it?
Sweet corn. Done. If you've not had Ohio sweet corn, you've not lived.
Explain the sweet corn.
There's nothing like it. Amish people. The Amish, Mary Yoder's is my favorite place to go because I'm from that kind of area. Mary Yoder's Amish buffet, the pies, the fruit pies. Oh my gosh. That's why we all have big butts from Ohio because we eat.
You've given me like a bullet point of all sorts of stuff to visit Ohio. And
I know.
I love you. All of them are terrible.
No, they're
all of them
not.
suck.
No,
you just try to tell me that they have the largest toilet bowl in America and they got sweet corn.
Sweet corn is so good. Ohio sweet corn. It's not like going to, Publix and getting the wrapped 5-pack. It's like homegrown good stuff. And tomatoes, you can have gardens.
You can have gardens here.
And the groundhogs. It's so.
And groundhogs.
Yeah, it's very nature-esque. And the Amish people are the bomb.com. They buy everything or build everything.
Call one up right now.
My mom knows them. She's like an underground Amish trader. They clean her house. They build things. She gets invited to their weddings. That's serious business.
Wow.
You should go to Ohio.
Has your mom ever built a barn?
No, but she's probably paid somebody to do it.
Wow.
The Amish people are building my brother's extension right now.
This has been incredible.
Have you been in a horse and buggy Amish? Have you been to an Amish party? You've not lived until you've partied with an Amish person.
Okay. Explain.
Yeah, explain this.
They have, first of all, they have electronics. When they tell you they don't have,
they couldn't have.
BS. They all have a hidden cell phone in their garage, so don't let them ever tell you otherwise. 2, their parties, they get buck wild. A lot of them come to Florida. Bikinis, everything.
Well, is this the Rumspringa thing, or is this just the legit?
No, this
we're an
is
Amish?
just like on the weekends. Like, it's legit. I don't care what they tell you. I've been there. It's a good party. Yes. Music, like turntables on hay. I'm not kidding. Like the things you would see in a movie. Like, guys.
Turntables on hay. 2 logs.
It's serious. I love
There's no music. It's actually just them making stuff with their mouth.
Wiki.
No, they're lying. It's real. It's real.
This has been an education. I just want to thank you. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us.
You're welcome. And another one that's from Ohio that you should always keep is Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes, married to Tom Cruise for a minute. Yeah.
For a while.
And she dated Jamie Foxx.
She's still doing him.
She's still doing them? But they're not. I heard they're not dating.
They're still doing it. They just got caught together like last week.
They were making sweet, sweet love to one another.
Well, TMZ didn't say that, but very close.
Right. Well,
Ohio doesn't suck. You just need to go and know the right places. If you don't, I could see.
You brought up so many great places. I'm going to have to check them out. I will Google them after the show today.
You're so lying. Slimans. Oh, and Great Lakes Brewing Company and the Improv, the comedy venue, the Chop House. You've got to East 4th, Cleveland T-shirt company. And they have a Heritage Rock Station, which is fantastic.
No, we don't have any of those here. 20 years old, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's, but you know. It's Cleveland.
Well, that's absolutely amazing.
And the St. Patty's Day Parade's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't got one of those.
Winking Lizard. Have you been to a lizard? You've not
been to a lizard?
A winking lizard?
A winking lizard?
What's a winking lizard?
It is like the best bar ever, and they have one near where your kids
You're
at.
so serious right now.
I am. They have like 120 beers on tap, and they're like good. They're not crappy. They're good. And then you have sandwiches or wings or you guys. Seriously, can we take the show to Ohio for one day?
Oh my God, I love you. All right, get out of here.
Okay,
go back to your work.
Ohio rock.
That was Stacy from Hot 98.3.
What?
Drew Carey?
He's from Cleveland. Cleveland Rock.
I don't really care for Drew Carey. That was Stacy from Hot 98.3 explaining why Ohio does not suck. She had some points.
Well, you can always make a point. You can
No,
always...
I was just literally saying she had points. I didn't believe any of them. She gave them to us.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced. It sounds like Ohio just has stuff that every other place has, except for the world's largest toilet bowl, which she told us about. That sounds interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know who would love to take a 2 in the world's largest toilet bowl? A-Dub. A-Dub.
I mean, you know how like some people go to stadiums, you know, for every baseball team.
Of course.
Some people like to, hey, I'm going to visit, you know, like every national park. A-Dub just wants to go to every state and take a dump.
This is a serious question.
Yeah.
How would you take the largest dump? Like, what would you like to do? The Guinness World Record of taking.
Oh, that's the thing. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's the water park you were telling us about. Yeah. Oh, the place that we're gonna have Aaron poop in. There it is. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, so to set a world record by taking the biggest crap of all time, Kyle.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, you do it in the world's largest toilet bowl, which is Ohio, whether it be that water park or just like over any part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you do it from a helicopter, right? You'd have to do it at a certain,
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Is the helicopter and stand in one place? Like hovering? Or is it?
Yeah, I think it hovers.
It's got to hover, right?
Yeah. Put a target down, maybe. I'm gonna workshop that idea. I'll get back to you guys.
A-Dub, I think he can do it. He's a precision pooper.
Steve goes, the Amish are cool as hell. A tourist ran across the street when he saw an Amish man, and he said, hey, say something in Amish. Amish man replied, fuck the. Steve.
That's good.
Lane says, there's a got a sausage? Is this a joke where I say got a sausage and you make a joke about it? Wow, I don't know. I'm still not convinced in regards to Ohio, but maybe one day. Maybe something can change my mind.
It's like all I've seen of Ohio is every time I'd go to Kent, you do pass right by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you literally pass right past it. And then Kent. That's it. That's my knowledge of Ohio. Kent is a cool little college town, but nothing to be like, I need to go there. You know, that's a place I could be. So
until you told me your kid was going there, I honestly had no idea that it existed.
You never heard of Kent State?
I mean, not really. Oh, is that where they murdered all those people?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Then I heard of it once.
Yeah.
When I learned about it in school. That was about it.
All right, we got about a minute 45.
Once again, thank you, Stacy, for coming in this morning.
Special guest on the stream.
She's from Ohio. She loves it.
See, I can't talk that highly of my home state of Illinois.
No, I mean, if we talk about Illinois, immediately people only think Chicago. Yeah. And when I tell people I'm not from Chicago and I'm still from Illinois, they're like, "What? How does that work? Where are you from?" And I'm like, I go, if you take Illinois and you cut it right down the middle, that's where I live. Like right down. I mean, if you dissect it, give it the cross cut, that's exactly where I live.
So South Side Chicago.
Yeah, essentially South Side Chicago. Chris goes, never seen such dedicated homerism. That was impressive. That's funny. Our buddy Chris actually lived in Ohio for a while too, so he knows quite a bit.
Can you confirm or deny what she was saying? Elaine, Illinois is just cornfields. That I can confirm.
Well, right. Well, no, there's the city of Chicago, and then everything else is a cornfield, and that I can confirm.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in a town of 1,000 people, and it's no joke when I say it was in the middle of cornfields. I mean, it just was in the middle of cornfields.
So when I was growing up, my house right across the street, cornfield.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I literally, from my door to the closest cornfield, if I was running, it would take me 3 seconds.
All right, guys, be right back. Ooh. A new world record has been set in the beer mile. Good morning. Thanks for being part of the show today on air and on the stream. If you haven't done the stream thing yet, you can find it Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Watch the show each and every morning. Now, Marshall, years ago for a Torture Tuesday, you and I attempted, we finished.
We completed it.
We succeeded in the beer mile. It's very simple. You got to run a beer. I got to run a beer. Got to run a mile, and you got to drink a beer every quarter of a mile.
Yeah, so you're drinking 4 beers during a mile run, and you're like, wow, a mile run, super easy. Most people can run a single mile in about 10 minutes, and that's a lot of time. Some people can run it even quicker.
Yeah, so the beer mile, though, has become such a thing. It originated in 1989 in Canada. So, I mean, it's been around for a minute, but there's an official governing body now for the beer mile. It's gotten so big. So the rules are simple. Run a mile as quickly as possible. You drink the 4 beers. The beer must be a minimum ABV of 5%.
Okay.
I don't know if we officially had that. Cider's 5%?
Yeah, we went with like an apple crisp cider because we thought, all the carbonation will make us puke, and it definitely did.
It did. The beer must be canned and consumed without any drinking aids. So I'm guessing no shotgunning of the beer.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
And anyone who pukes has to run an extra lap. We didn't know that rule. We didn't run any extra laps.
Yeah, where did I puke in the beer mile?
You puked, time-wise?
Halfway there?
Yeah, because you puked right in front of the warehouse.
Right, yep.
Because there were people filming you thinking you were just a drunk Savannian or tourist just puking, and they got a big kick out of it.
Yeah, I had people stop by and give me glasses of water because they felt bad for me because I was yakking in a garbage can at 11:30 a.m.
So rough. So here recently, they had the 7th annual Beer Mile World Classic. Now, Corey Belmore is a Canadian. He set the world record back in 2017. He ran this in 4 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yeah, is he juiced? Do they drug test these guys at all? Because that sounds like he juiced himself, not just with the beer. I'm talking steroids. This is a big time steroid guy.
It took you and I, a half an hour?
Yeah.
It was really rough, guys. Really, really rough. Well, he actually broke that record a year later. However, he puked.
Yep.
So he had to take that extra lap. So he, wasn't able to claim that record. So this year he was hoping to, and good news, he did. The record of 4 minutes, 33 seconds kind of shattered it. 4 minutes, 28 seconds.
Yeah, so 4:28. He ran a mile, which is impressive.
Yes.
But he also drank 4 beers during the process. So Canadian Corey Belmore, tip of the hat to you. One of the best.
All right, we're going to keep talking about beer. We got a new report telling us about the most consumed beers in each state. Because no shock to anybody, because of the pandemic, consumption was up. So we'll tell you what everybody was drinking after Papa Roach. This is Kill the Noise, Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Also, just a quick heads up, if you want to watch us do the beer mile, very funny video. You can actually watch that on the Cotter and Marshall Show YouTube page.
Yeah, that one. It was rougher than expected, but it was a fun video to do. back in the day when we had multiple cameras. You and I each had a camera attached to ourselves. Our wives were there filming each with cameras, so we had a lot of footage of that one. And yeah, it was the first time we ever puked on a Torture Tuesday.
I'm gonna find the link to the video real quick so I can share it. But it was a good one. It was a good one.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of ciders anyway. But yeah, like I said, we wanted to puke. That was kind of the goal. And those ciders, I mean, because after the second or third cider, I'm like, oh, and I couldn't chug it. I just kind of stood there and enjoyed a beverage.
There it is, Beer Mile.
Chris said, yes, I can confirm there is about as much nothing in Ohio as she made it sound. Oh, that's funny. All right. Oh, why is that there? Hold on.
Just drop the link to the Beer Mile Torture Tuesday, just in case you want to watch. It's only like 2 minutes long, so you can check that out at your leisure. Lane says, I went to a wedding where they're at the bottom of Illinois, landed in O'Hare, and saw nothing but cornfields and to the top of it. My jewelry was stolen by hotel staff. Good times.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ. Charles said, back. Doctor said I'm the picture of health. There you go. Nice, man. He's probably intimidated by the gun show you're walking around with.
We'll just say you're healthy.
Yeah.
You'll kill me if not.
You saw what he did with that deer.
Oh, with his hands.
So we had one of our Welcome to Rockville winners, Natasha, stop by and pick up her tickets just a few moments ago. And I called her yesterday, and I'm like, hey, Natasha, it's Marshall from Rock 106.1. She goes, oh, my God, why are you calling me? And I said, to tell you that you won. Well, I literally text you 15 minutes. She goes, no, I thought you'd have a secretary or something call. And I'm like, you don't know how radio works.
Sit down. Let me explain something to you.
Can you sit down, Natasha? Blow your mind here. There's like 3 people that work here.
I did that years ago. I called a winner. So it's the bosses. It's before we got it was Triad. When at the very beginning when I got here, one of our bosses from out of town was here, and I called a winner in my office while he was sitting there. The look of shock on his face. He's like, why did you do that? Don't you have somebody else? I'm like, sorry, I just thought it was nice. I'm so sorry. All right, guys, be right back. I don't think it's a shock to anyone. During the pandemic, we drank lots of beer.
Oh, yeah.
All of the beer consumption was definitely up across the country. I know did I drink more? I drink a lot anyway, so I don't know if it was necessarily more. I just did a lot more drinking at home.
Well, yeah, I think I probably drank more because I didn't understand days anymore.
That's true.
Like every day was Tuesday, and I said that a lot during the pandemic, so I'm sorry. But yeah, every day felt like a Tuesday, and I just realized I should just drink every day because nothing meant anything anymore.
All right, so we've got a report about the most consumed beers in each state. So we're going to run down a couple. Let's start with Illinois, where we're from. And I was still kind of shocked by this. The number one spot was Goose Island, which is a Chicago brewery. Were they bought by Anheuser-Busch?
Yeah, they're bought by Anheuser-Busch, but they're available nationwide. I mean, you can go find a Goose Island beer almost anywhere.
I mean, I think they got a solid IPA. They've got a farmhouse, I think, named Sophie. It's pretty good.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, they're known for like their bourbon barrel-aged.
Yeah, they do a really cool line of stuff there. Yeah, but Goose Island is up in Chicago. I've been to Chicago a bunch of times, but I've never been to the Goose Island Brewery. It's on the north side of Chicago, and all of my family's on the south side. And then, you know what? It's kind of a pain to go from south to north and back. But number 2 in Illinois, Budweiser, Stella, Bud Light, Heineken. That's kind of what you'd expect, I guess. Goose Island being number 1. It's kind of crazy because Goose Island I consider like a craft beer, and craft beer drinking, according to this report, was down like 10%.
I mean, I think that was people wanted cheap. You know, it's like, look, we're working from home, don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of people, us included, took a pay cut during the pandemic. So maybe you're on a tighter budget. Yeah. So I get people going, I just can't afford the craft beer right now, but I still need to drink my misery away during this pandemic. Give me a Bud Light.
And that's what I did. I mean, I went from drinking mostly exclusively craft beers to drinking PBR, which I just found a love of. And I still drink PBR to this very moment. Well, Cotter, Let's talk about beers that people drank in Georgia, right here in Georgia. Terrapin was actually number one on that list. Obviously, great to see kind of a smaller brewery or smaller known brewery being number one right here in our own state.
I love Terrapin, and I was kind of surprised that they were number one. It's like when I first got here, they were my go-to craft brewery just because there wasn't a lot, but you could still buy Terrapin kind of everywhere. And they were purchased, I want to say, by Miller Lite several years ago. And now I know they're still doing their own thing, and I'm not knocking Terrapin, but it just seems like you don't hear about them as much anymore. And it's like when people are thinking about beers, it's like Terrapin's not always the first top of mind brewery that gets brought up. So I was pleasantly surprised to see him number one on this list.
Yeah, and top five in Georgia, you had Terrapin, Stella, Budweiser. Who's drinking Budweiser? I think I've seen like one person drink a Budweiser in the last 15 years. It's always Bud Light.
Yeah,
I don't know
how
Budweiser's number 3 on this list, but then you got Heineken and Bud Light. Now let's jump over to our friends over in South Carolina. Budweiser, straight up Budweiser, number 1. Still weird to me. I still don't understand straight up Budweiser. I've never seen, I think, once again, anyone drink it. Like a 50-year-old man in a dive bar, that's the guy who's drinking Budweiser. Everyone else, I've never seen him drink.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see it occasionally, but yeah, it's usually Bud Light. That's usually the stereotypical go-to. That is number 2 on the list. Number 3 on this list, I love.
Yep.
It is a local craft brewery. The fine makers of my favorite beer, Mexican Cake. Westbrook coming in at number 3. If you haven't been to Westbrook, you should go. I mean, they really have some great beer.
And you got Miller Lite and Heineken rounding out the top 5 beers that people drank during the pandemic this past year. A lot of people seem to be going towards more domestic beers than craft beers. But this next one really surprised me. Just going number 1 in Florida. Stella. People are highfalutin in Florida. They did not, lose anything apparently in the pandemic, mostly because they didn't shut down at all. But apparently Stella, kind of a higher priced beer, number 1 during the pandemic in Florida.
Looking across a lot of states, Stella pops up multiple times within the top 5.
I don't mind a Stella.
I was just going to be like, Marshall, when was the last time you had a Stella? I could not tell you. I mean, I see it in bars. I don't know if I've ever had a Stella now that I'm thinking about it.
I had a Stella 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes me feel fancy.
Maybe I'm just, I don't know.
See that fancy glass and everything? You're like, oh, I'm rich today.
Drinking that Stella. All right, so there you go. List of some of the most consumed beers across the country. Coming up next, we're getting to Marshall's music news. This is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging with us during the last hour of the show today. Yeah, so Marshall's Music News wraps things up today. Tomorrow on the show, I have no idea what the hell we're doing.
It's Wednesday.
What are we doing tomorrow?
So Wednesday we'll have Mac.
We'll have Chicks on Dudes tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
We'll have Hefe.
And Hefe.
We kind of repurposed Hefe to Wednesday.
Yeah. And we are going to, Cotter's leaving, so we're retiring Hefe. We're going to move Hefe full-time to my house. Maybe I'll pop in on a live stream every once in a while from my house to show off Hefe, but we are going to send Hefe to the retirement home of my home. My wife is very happy about this.
Yeah.
She loves Hefe more than me. And Hefe will be spending his final years, although he just started living at my home, in my office. So he'll hear my sweet pipes every day. Yeah, but we'll do that tomorrow. Man, I sucked at Quiz in the Face today. Jesus Christ.
Like I said, I'm really excited. Well, I'm debating on whether I do 2 weeks of it or 1 week of it. But I am excited about one of the final Quiz in the Faces that I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do. I've decided I'm just going to do. Did you say that? For the rest of the time.
No, I think that's fair. And I will say, if I do 2 weeks worth, it is show-ish related.
Okay.
So.
So I got a question for everyone.
Yeah.
So my wife just bought a car, and apparently, I don't know what year it started happening, but automakers stopped putting spare tires into cars. Now, quick question for everyone. Do you know if you have a spare tire in your car? And 2, is there one? What, do you have a newer car, and is there just a spare tire there? Because I looked at my car. I don't have a spare tire in my Elantra.
Do you have a space for it?
I have a space for it, yeah.
But you bought your car used.
Yeah, my car was used.
I mean, somebody could have swiped the spare tire.
Yeah.
I bought mine used. It's 2014. It does have a spare tire. I mean, it's the donut. It's not a full-on tire, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, how do you not put a spare tire in a car?
There's not a spare tire, nor is there a jack in the vehicle at all.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. How are that? And Elaine just said you have to buy your own. What the? I just bought a $30,000 car.
Yeah.
I can't have a spare tire.
Yeah, I don't like this. Rhett brought up one excellent point. Cedar Point is in Ohio, and that is one of the most badass amusement parks you can go to.
Yeah, you've been there a bunch of times,
I've
right?
been there. It is, it is some of the best roller coasters I have ever been on. Get a chance. That is worth the trip to Ohio if you're just going to Cedar Point.
I'll pass. Charles says, yes, trucks come with spare tires. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't get it. It does not make any sense to me. It's like, yeah, you're dropping a crap ton of money. Give me even a donut. I mean, I know it's like you don't get the full on one anymore.
Yeah, I mean, donuts are like $100 or whatever. Like my wife's car, my wife's old car, which is currently sitting in the parking lot. It has a spare tire in it. I'm just going to see if it's the same size as the other one. I'm just going to put it in the new Jeep.
I don't blame you.
Greg says, my cars all came with a spare. What kind of car did you get? It was a used Jeep Compass. Maybe because everyone calls for help. The automakers don't supply them with all the cars. I don't know. It's a 10-speed tire. You can't drive 55.
I will say, I'm going to compliment Florida here. So
gross.
I know. So they have State Farm, I think, sponsors
Wheel of Florida we should do tomorrow. I haven't done that in a while.
We can do that. Yeah. State Farm sponsors roadside assistance.
Yeah.
And it's like trucks just out on the road. We were going to Disney one time. This was years ago. Kids were a little bit younger. Taking my wife's car, so
definitely broke down.
No, the tire it blew up. I mean, it just blew up.
Yeah.
Within 30 seconds, this guy right behind us he was obviously just in the area.
Yeah.
But it was just that roadside service guy pulls right up behind us. He puts the donut on for us. He's like, all right, there's a Walmart up here. It was just like, that was the best service ever. And we're like, do we owe you money? He's like, no, you're good. Go to Walmart. I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Google says car makers are skipping the spare because of regulatory pressure to squeeze more miles out of every gallon of fuel. Ditching the 40 or 50 pound that a tire or jack usually adds to the car's weight helps to increase fuel economy slightly. That makes sense.
That's horrible.
Thank you for Googling that, Elaine. Thanks, Greg. That makes me feel better.
I'll still take the spare. All right. I'm guessing RDJ has got this, but I was gonna look over here.
When are we calling these matchups? Are we?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We'll announce the winners tomorrow morning and the next.
Okay.
Matchups.
So we're gonna let it go through all the day. Okay.
Yeah. It'll just go all day long, and then we'll announce the winners every morning as we announce the next matchups.
Do you want me to schedule out the question of the day, or did you already do that?
I haven't done it yet. If you want to do that, that'd be awesome, and then I'll handle this.
I'll do that. Yeah, because
that'd be great. Thank you.
And then what time did you want to leave the office day, being that you're my ride?
I don't know. I mean, you said you got people coming in for the thing. I mean, it's not like I'm in a huge rush to get out, so we need to wait for people to show up to pick up welcome.
Oh yeah, I got one guy coming at 11 and one guy coming at 11:30. But yeah. I'm in no rush this morning either.
Yeah, I mean, we can leave, whenever they come in to get your stuff,
cool.
Get the tickets. That's fine with me. I eventually got to run by the bank, but I should have done it like last week. I just haven't done it yet. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes. What's your first story?
I think I'm just gonna go with November birthdays.
Okay. Any good ones?
Let's see. There's some good ones. Chili Peppers, Korn, Slipknot, Rise Against, Living Colour, Fozzy, Neil Young,
had
Blink-182.
Had Chili Peppers in there, so we'll just play some Chili Peppers.
Okay. Once again, wrapping up the show with our final couple stories of the day with Marshall's Music News. I just realized I don't have a guest for beer for breakfast this week. Guess I should fix that.
Oh, we probably have somebody.
Yeah, probably should fix that.
Do we have? Is the rest of the time mapped out, or do we have?
I got some ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to get to that. Whoops. So I'll be working on that today too. It's Tuesday, right? Tuesday?
Yes.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
we're good.
We got plenty of time.
Got 3 days to figure it out.
All right, we got about 35 seconds.
You know what I kind of want to do? I want to see if we can get Mayor Van Johnson on, but we drink non-alcoholic beer.
Why? Is he a non-alcoholic guy?
Well, I mean, he's a public servant. Probably shouldn't drink at 9 a.m. But also, we've never reviewed a non-alcoholic beer.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Huh.
Couple firsts right there.
Be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show, diving into some Marshall's music news.
You know it's a slow news day when I break out the musician birthdays, Cotter. So let's dive into a few right here. Now, yesterday, November 1st, this singer.
Let me guess the age. Give me the artist. Let me guess the age.
Anthony Kiedis.
Of
the Red Hot Chili Peppers. How old is he?
I'm going to say he's 57.
Cotter, yesterday he turned 59 years old.
Almost
yes, that's
60.
Right.
Damn.
How about this? Fieldy from Korn. That's his birthday today. Fieldy from Korn, the bassist. How old is he?
53.
He's 52.
Okay.
Very close. Also, happy birthday to Mick Thompson of Slipknot, the guitar player. How old is he?
49.
48.
Okay.
Damn, man. How about Tim McGrath, lead singer of Rise Against? His birthday is tomorrow.
I'm going to say he is, 45.
43.
Okay. God, that was what I was going to say originally. Dang it.
Now, here's one I don't know if you'll get or not. Lead singer of Living Colour, Corey Glover.
Oh.
How old do you think he is?
I'm going to say he is 63.
57.
Oh, wow. Way younger than expected.
The Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, his birthday is the day after mine, November 9th. Talking about Chris Jericho. How old do you think he's going to be on November 9th?
52?
He is going to be 51.
Okay.
Yeah. How about this legendary singer, Neil Young? His birthday's coming up on November 12th. How old is he going to be?
He's looked 80 for like 30 years. I'm going to say he is 78 years old.
76.
Okay.
And one last notable celebrity birthday outside of mine, which is November 8th. You can buy me presents. Send them here to the radio station, 401 Mall Boulevard, Suite 101D. Travis Barker of Blink-182, The Transplants, doing a bunch of stuff with Machine Gun Kelly. His birthday is November 14th. How do you think it's going to be?
46.
46.
Yes!
Nailed it. Perfect.
All right, there you go. We got more Marshall's music news. Let's do some Red Hot Chili Peppers in honor of Anthony Kiedis. It's Californication. Cotter Marshall Show. Rock 106.1. Did oddly better at that than I expected.
You did really well. Charles says, I'll bring you some Budweiser because, I'm in my 50s. Dude, I honestly, when can you even imagine someone drinking a Budweiser? I can't. I think I saw someone 6 months ago drink one. I'm like, Wow, that's weird. I never see anyone drink Budweiser.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's like I know I've probably seen it recently, but you don't see it very often.
And no offense, it's gross.
Yeah,
it's gross.
It's funny. So when I first started drinking beer, Bud Light was my go-to. It's before craft beer was a massive thing. So in my early 20s, Bud Light was my go-to. And I remember trying Budweiser and it scarred me to whatever for this day. But I remember trying Budweiser and being like, ugh, I don't know, the flavor's gross. I just despite, and I still don't drink Budweiser for that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, just for whatever reason, that first one I had, maybe it was too much flavor. I was used to drinking Bud Light. So actually, a little bit of flavor caught me off guard.
Yeah.
But to this
You're
day,
not the king of Flavortown. You're not the mayor of Flavortown, excuse me.
But to this day, if I have to choose, I won't choose a Budweiser. And I mentally, for whatever reason, I'm just like, I'm out.
Yeah, I can't do it either, man. Can't do it either. Marshall wants another spare tire for his birthday. I'll take 2, actually.
Uh-oh. Why did we lose that?
Oh, we're off the air. No, that's not necessarily. Oh, we're not off the air. No, definitely not off the air.
We're on the air, but my computer froze and I lost the hotkeys. And they're not there either. Well, that's not good, kids.
I didn't want to do this next story anyway. I'll do it. I'll stream exclusive.
Yeah, we're
Marshall's
gonna have to because
news.
I can't do anything. I can't. Oh shoot! I can't even delete it. Awesome.
Studio issues, guys. That came out of nowhere.
And seriously,
we've had a really good run as of late. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, we haven't had really anything go wrong in a while.
I mean, I can't do anything.
Rhett goes, "Where's Tim?" Greg, "Where is Tim Janier?" Literally have no idea. I saw Tim for the first time in like 2 weeks yesterday.
Show may be over, guys. I mean, we'll hang out, but I don't know. Now, I will say I was having some issues. I was putting stuff in this morning into the log, and it was uber slow, where normally it's like it's like a drag and drop situation.
Yeah.
And it's just there instantly. It was uber slow, so I don't know.
Well, we're definitely not getting this next story on, but I'll talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah, you do your thing over there, and I'll do some Marshall's Music News stream only for everyone. Everything's playing on the air just fine. It's just we're not going to be able to go on because our stuff is locked in. But
yeah.
Let's talk about Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden, everybody. Legend Bruce Dickinson is bringing his one-man show to North America. It's called An Evening with Bruce Dickinson, which features storytelling, a cappella singing, and audience Q&A. So that'll be early next year. Now, the closest tour date is actually going to be down at the Florida Theater in Jacksonville on January 21st. He'll also make stops close to us in Orlando, Tampa, and Atlanta. So he'll be stopping there all kind of mid-January-ish. Now, Bruce Dickinson says it's split into 2 parts, his evening with Bruce Dickinson. He said the first section of the show sees himself taking a humorous and often satirical look at the world from his own very personal perspective. It just sounds like he just sits there and bullshits the crowd for a while. And then he says he's treating to the audience of his private insights and his drive and ambition, peppered with plenty of maiden anecdotes and a myriad of other experiences encompassing not just the giddy heights, but also the extreme lows, told firsthand in his very unusual style. And then apparently the second half includes photographs, and then they erupt into a cappella singing to illustrate the point of the evening. It sounds very weird.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Are we back? I'm not doing that story.
No, we're not gonna. We're just gonna let it roll. But we'll be able to do the last break, I think.
Did it literally just pop back?
It just literally popped back in.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
All right, that was just for you guys.
Can't load library items. Maybe not. I don't know.
Can't load name your sex tape.
All right, yeah, we'll give it a shot here in a bit. I don't know, man. That was weird.
Sounds like we just need to reboot this bitch. And this is why Cotter's quitting. Just in case Tim the engineer's.
It's not Liquid's fault. It's Tim engineer's
speaking of, Liquid just popped on. Speaking of the reason why Cotter's leaving, there's Liquid again.
I said it wasn't Liquid. It's Tim Engineer.
Well, not today, but tomorrow we'll be back to Liquid. He goes, "Good morning. You're weird." Oh man, yeah. Sorry about a little small technical difficulty there. We think it's mostly fixed. We'll see. We'll mostly see here in just a minute.
I can confirm, Liquid. It was not you. All right. So, yeah, we're going to attempt to do this last break. I think we can pull it off. We'll see.
Between the two of us, we should be able to pull off one more break of music news.
So there was an extra show at District Live featuring just a baby band called Joyous Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So they hit me up yesterday. Just got wind that the band is canceling all tour dates after 11/3. So it includes the show in Savannah.
Why?
Sorry to say, management advised the band to cancel and head home. He doesn't go into details.
That's it?
That's the weirdest. Why are they going home? Or is the turnout not good? Are they all of a sudden worried about COVID? So many questions. But it was interesting. Yeah. So that show's not happening.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Rhett says, a customer service rep, have you unplugged and plugged back in your computer? Have you restarted your router? Let's now reboot and go to system. I'm calling you about your car warranty. Ah, man. Well, there you go. Oh, good morning, Mac.
What's up, Mac?
The computer broke, so we're dealing with that.
I think we're good now. I think we're good.
Oh, okay. Mac's not wearing her Grinch shirt. She went with her Carrie Underwood 360 tour t-shirt. So cool. You went 3 times to the same tour? Good Lord.
All right, so we got a few minutes of commercials. Going to get in a brand new Ghost tune called Hunter's Moon, and then final break of the day.
Once again, saying congratulations to the people who won Welcome to Rockville tickets. Natasha Wright, Walter Brown, Thomas Spence, Steve Bove, and Kelly Smith all scoring tickets yesterday. Oddly, all answered my calls or got back to me within like 10 minutes.
Okay.
That usually never happens when I call listeners. Liquid, hello. Yes. Marshall, can you help me get a PlayStation 5? Liquid? Of course I can.
You're the PS5 whisperer, man.
I really am. I've got a knack. Liquid, message me on Facebook. Or if you got my number, message me. I don't know. I think everyone has my number at this point. Just message me and I don't have your number. Maybe I do. I don't know. Just message me. You message me, damn it. You need something from me. But I'll help you out if I can. Greg says, didn't hear my name. Screw you guys. I'm going on a cruise. Good. You definitely won't catch COVID. Not at all.
Yeah.
Liquid says, did you go digital or regular? I went regular so I could go the disc version and sell and trade games. I'm a big-time wheeler and dealer. Yeah, Facebook me, bro. Well, hey, Mac, look at that shirt. Which shows did you go to? You got all the show dates on your arms.
Correction. I went to 2 on this tour, but I did see her like 2 years ago. I think it's 2 because her youngest is about 2 years old. Yeah. They did the whole...
Did you just base seeing her on tour based on her children?
She has 2.
It's weird that you...
But this one wasn't part of her tour. It was like the Grand Ole Opry Pink, and she did a concert there, so we went there and saw her sing 3 songs.
Why is she crying in that picture?
The song is called Cry Pretty, and it's the Cry Pretty 360 tour.
Wow. Okay. Big fan? Are you a big fan of whatever her name is?
Carrie Underwood?
Carrie
yes.
Underwood.
I love Carrie.
Yes.
I have this in short sleeve as well.
Did you buy...
I bought this one at one show.
Right. So Mac's a big time concert shirt T-shirt buyer. I stopped doing that after a while. I stopped that after I was
so expensive.
I stopped that after I was 20 years old.
Now I will say, really? Now I was buying it past that. And if depending on the band, like when I'd go to a Rush show, I'd usually buy a Rush T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the band, I would still buy a T-shirt. But usually I don't anymore.
Did you see where they're having an Elton John tribute band coming into town like next week?
Is it Coaches?
Yeah.
I've heard that he's very good.
I want to go.
So they had a Queen tribute band, and I am when it comes to Queen, I hate anybody singing a Queen song because it's just like
it's not Freddie.
Most people can't do
blasphemy,
it.
yeah.
But I really wanted to go. I mean, really wanted. I was just like, I kind of want to go see this.
Yeah.
It was like $40 for a ticket, and I'm like, I can't do $40.
Can't chance that.
So, but I mean, I will say this: Coaches, though, when it comes to cover bands, dude gets good cover bands. So I mean, I would go to see, if you're a fan of a band and you want to see the cover version, I'd go to Coaches.
Yeah, Coach, great spots to do that.
They do a really good job of getting solid cover bands.
Yeah, I want to go.
Charles said, Jesus just walked on the dock we were working on, freezing. They must have taken half a damn gallon out of me this morning. Charles was at the doctor this morning, Mac. He's healthy as a horse. He wants you to know that.
Yeah. Sure.
And then he killed that horse.
Yeah, then he ate it.
Yeah, just to prove he killed.
Well, he's very hungry.
All about the protein.
Mm-hmm. Mac, what are you doing with the rest of your day? We talked about what we were doing today. What are you doing?
Work. I've got trivia at 7. However, I'm going to Liquorland in Pooler, which is like not even a mile down the road from me.
Okay.
And getting boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Did you call them up? Did they tell you that you can grab boxes?
I got on Facebook. Yeah, and they said after delivery today.
Oh, yeah. Vince never hit me back.
Vince. He's mad at you for leaving, traitor.
He doesn't even know.
I got 20 boxes yesterday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Got a minute, guys?
And they all fit in my car. Do you believe that?
I don't. I literally don't. I'm like the only person not moving in this building.
Jake's moving too.
Jake's moving. Aaron's moving. Mac's moving. Cotter's moving out of state.
A-Dub's moving. Did we say that?
Yeah. A-Dub's moving. The only people not moving is like me, Mia, Stacy, and Mike.
Yeah.
Everyone else is moving.
Speaking of, where is Mike? Is he like on vacation?
I have no idea. Is he not
He's
here
not
today?
here again today?
I got an email from him just a little while,
Oh, did you? Okay.
10 minutes ago.
All right, guys. We'll be right back. Final break of the day. All right, one more time. We've got Marshall's music news.
So Gary Holt agrees with his former Slayer bandmate, Kerry King, that the band retired too early in a new interview. Now, Holt says Slayer were still at the top of their game, though it's better to go out on top than a shadow of your former self. Now, he says he couldn't imagine playing Angel of Death at 70 years old. He said it'd be too hard, as you can imagine. And Kerry King in a recent interview said that, well, He lamented the fact that he was retired from Slayer. He says, I felt like we retired too early. Now, you would think, well, if members of the band are saying this type of thing, you would imagine that the band would eventually get back together. But I don't know if they will, because one of the reasons why they retired in the first place was largely because of Tom Araya. Now, he's the lead singer of Slayer. He spoke about his frustration of their hectic touring schedule over the many years. He had issues with his neck. He struggles with sleep apnea, so he gets very little sleep on the road. It wasn't just great for Tom, and of course, being the vocal point of the band, he kind of gets to make that call. So I think Slayer could come back, and really, I think them doing like one-off shows, maybe once a year, or a couple times a year, would be the best. But touring on a full-time schedule doesn't sound like that'll ever happen again.
I mean, yeah, that seems like an easy fix. It's like, look, don't do a full-blown tour, but if everybody still wants to play, and it's the rigors of touring is the biggest pain in the butt for him. Yeah, man, just every now and then throw down.
But the payout has to be pretty good, because usually when those guys tour for 30 dates, they're making quite a bit of money. But yeah, as long as it's a good payday, I highly recommend Slayer get back together because they're incredible live.
All right, coming up on the show tomorrow, Mac will join us for Chicks on Dudes, Hefe 2, the new music beta Fish, plus We'll announce the winners of our first 2 matchups in our Cool Guy tournament, and we'll announce the next matchups that will be posted. And speaking of, you can still vote for those 2 first-round matchups. Ryan Reynolds taking on Guy Fieri, or Robert Downey Jr. taking on Stephen Colbert. Vote now, Rock 1061 on Facebook. Thank you guys for hanging out. Talk to you tomorrow at 6. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Okay, that's a wrap for the day. Mac joined us. Rhett says, Mac, are you going to make it the Mac and Marshall Show? I think she's too hoity-toity to hang with me.
I did not say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think she wants.
Way too early.
That's way too early. It's super early. I'm telling you, this morning, extra early.
Mm-hmm.
Liquid says Guy Fieri sucks for the record. Reynolds all day. All right, that wraps up the show for today. Mac will join us, obviously, tomorrow. I just like asking everyone for their advice. Let's just continue doing it. Mac, any advice for everyone today?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, okay.
Have moving boxes ready just at all times because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have kept every single one of them. It would have made this thing a whole lot easier.
For all the boxes that your wife gets from Amazon, because you tell me your wife orders Amazon
all the time. It would take us 3,000 boxes because they're all super tiny. So it'd be like, all right, I got 5 socks in this one, honey. We're good.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. It's like one of those little Russian dolls. You just take the smaller box, but keep putting in the larger boxes, then you have one gigantic box of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't. You're terrible at this movie.
Suck.
All right.
I know somebody who has a garage full of them if you're looking for boxes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need some more.
All right. All right, guys. That's the show for the day. Be good. And